and sit down.
Hello, gang. Colin here, Festa 67's workshop. And Fox. Fox is just putting Mum to bed at the moment, so he'll be in shortly. So whilst Fox is doing that, I'll have a little looky-loo at who's in the chat. So we got Lynn Dipple asking me whether I fell out of my chair. No, I've done well. I've not fallen out of my chair. I may have got stuck in a few places this week in the man cave, but certainly not fallen out of my chair. Mayhem Model Works says it's a gun, in it. Oh, mate, loads of guns on there, mate. You'll get to see it in a minute. Ooh. Yeah, that's me saying to Lynn, yeah, just an attempt at banter that was taken the wrong way. No worries there. All right, mate. Lynn Dipple saying hello to me in the chat. Gemma Williams is saying, hi, Cole, felt for you earlier. Not to worry, Gem. It's only humour at the end of the day, of misunderstanding, but don't worry about it. I bear no one any ill, mate.
You've gone live a little early.
No, it was on time, mate. Yeah, I'd scheduled it to 5 to 12.
Oh, it's 5 to, isn't it? That's me. I'm being special.
There was a couple of occasions where I put it in at midnight, and 24 hours earlier, I was getting a notice.
Or 24 hours later, people are saying, why aren't you going live?
Absolutely. So I thought if I do it at 5 to, but yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Lynn, hello, mate. We've got the guru.
Hello, everyone. I've got a light missing. Hang on.
I know. And for those of you, have a watch back of the e-model stream he did earlier as well. There was loads of Warhammerage going on.
Yeah, there was things being built, which is probably not going to happen tonight.
Absolutely. That's me saying thanks to Lynn for caring. It means a lot. Absolutely does. Feeling the love. Lynn saying hello to Gemma. William Rayburn says, I think Psycho the fish was being mean to him. Yeah. I've got snails in my fish tank now.
What kind of snails? What kind of snails? Tell me about your snails.
The snails.
Is it like guns? What kind of snails? Guns.
Well, snails.
Snails, isn't it? 3 for a pound, 3 for a pound.
I've got 2 big grown-ups, one of which is climbing on the Titanic.
Yay.
I've got a little bubble one, little tiny ickle micro snail.
Pico snail.
So, yeah. Gemma Williams is saying hi to William, Wendy, Lynn, Mayhem and Common Road Junction.
Hello.
William Raven saying hello to Gemma. Archie saying hi to Gemma. John Pole is in saying hi or howdy, John. Hope you're doing all right, mate.
He doesn't get often to get to come into our streams so well.
Absolutely, it's nice because folks across the pond are getting a chance to be part of the streams, and it's nice. It's a nice end of the week, Fox, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it is. It's a nice because what I do is I go to bed at 4 in the morning and then I sleep like the dead for like till say 1 in the afternoon. Yeah. It's like being
I'll find that on a Friday after the show. I'll have a cup of tea and take me go to bed pills, and then I'll have a good. Excuse me. Guess who's going live and get the yawns? You get the sniffles, don't you? Dad gets.
I get the sniffles.
Dad gets sore eyes.
Dad gets the trumps. Well, Dad gets the trumps anyway.
Oh yeah, he gets the trumps anyway, mate. He'll be in a bit anyway. Lynn saying hello to John, as is William. Andy's asking whether I've got his orc. Whether I've got my orc pills.
3 for a pound.
It says she missed the show earlier. Richard Pezzle's in saying hello, Colin and everyone else. Hello, Richard.
I thought Lynn was in the chat on the e-model stream, wasn't she? I'm pretty sure she was in the chat.
I'm sure she was.
At least for a bit.
Gemma saying hello to John. William saying hello to Richard. William saying he missed your stream today, mate. Went to the RC track to run some laps.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that with the little wheel or with the stick? With the sticks, I reckon. Is the proper one?
Yeah. Archie was asking whether I've been silly again. Yeah, the mitten's on its way to you, mate. Plastic says totally out of order. Should have been done Friday. Yeah, I know, mate. Moving on, eh? Yeah. Gemma says, what was that? No one could hate on me. Blah, blah, blah. Surprised by their reaction. Yeah, no worries. Like I say, let's scroll down, and the weather's nice and all of that lot. And Archie saying, "Oh, have I missed something?" Not at all, mate. Not at all. Only the fact that we're about to do a Baneblade, geez.
Baneblade.
Fox is saying, "Everyone and all stand by for very little actual building."
Yeah, pretty much none.
How much did you get done on the E-models in the end? Because I had to disappear because I had Boiler Man turn up, so I had to shut everything down.
I will show you with looking. I basically dropped my hat. I basically put the legs together.
Oh,
I gave him some dangly wedge bits in his gentle area.
Oh, Neris.
And some rear tubes.
Oh, he's got brooch and earrings then, has he?
Yeah, he's got some, and I made a side bit. I did
wow.
So not a lot, but I did some rivets as well.
That's a nice size, though, mate.
Yeah, but it's going to be. I mean, it's going to be quite. They are quite big, but the problem was that everybody in the chat got me talking about things, and that's what got me carried away. You see.
I can just imagine, though, that it's going to have a spangly paint job.
It's going to look. I haven't got this. It's going to look exactly like. If I can reach. It's going to look exactly like that.
Oh, look at that.
But with dirt and dust as well.
Oh.
That's how big they are. Look how big a dude is compared to how big the Imperial Knight is.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah.
Yeah. So that it'll look exactly like that, but much better, of course, and weathered.
Of course.
Yes. I'll make it much better.
You don't do box art paint jobs, mate.
No.
So you're like me, then. You wear your hat indoors when you're at the bench, don't you?
No, I only wear it on Monday nights, but I put it up on top of the thing that's on. Basically, where that box is like on a little shelf in front of the window.
Yeah.
So I like to cover it up with the instructions and a hat so it doesn't melt in the sun.
Yeah, I find I sort of sit here and I'm like, something don't feel right. I ain't got my hat on, and I'll just sit here and put my hat on. Surprising, when I film, I've always got my hat on when I film. Don't know why.
Yeah, there's nothing worse when it's a sunny day and I can hear things clicking and expanding, and I'm like, crap, that's my model in the box on the window ledge. Oh, or on the shelf.
Yeah, don't do. Yeah. I try not to put anything in the conservatory as well.
Yeah, or in the oven. It's always a bad move.
William Rayburn saying hi to you, mate.
Hello, William Rayburn. Hello, everybody.
Wendy Hickson saying hello to you as well.
Kajit bids you all welcome to the live stream.
Gemma saying hello to Paul.
Hello, Paul.
Paul saying Plastic Monkey saying hello to Gemma.
Hello, Gemma. Free for bed.
Yeah, that's me saying, let's move on. I don't want any issues for them or me. Let's talk about the weather. And the hugs start then. There you go. I've got Festa hugs. Monkeys getting hugs. Lynn says it's cloudy there.
How many hugs? Just so we're on a level playing field, how many hugs did I get?
What, from Lynn?
From anybody, how many hugs did I get? Did I get any?
Not so far, mate.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
They're going to start ploughing them in the chat now, mate. I'm not seeing anyone doing any at the moment. Wendy says it's raining there. Lynn's dishing out love hearts and kisses to me. Still nothing for you, mate. Not that I'm going to mention it.
I can get a hug off Mama. I can get a hug off Mama Fox whenever I like.
Oh, that one is it? Yeah, really. That is it. William says it was 75 degrees and he's got a little bit of sunburn. Oh, wow.
Do you know what 75 degrees is over here in the UK? It's free for a pound.
Yeah, it's free for a pound, that is, mate. That's apples and pears time, mate.
Yeah, free for a pound.
Oh, yeah, that's roll out the barrel time, that is, mate.
I can't do the dancing elbow thing when I can only see my hand. It doesn't really work. I'm doing the real Cockney dancing with the elbows out, and it doesn't really work on camera.
So yeah, I'll bet you're a dab hand on the spoons, aren't you? Yeah.
I'm perfect on them apart from
brilliant spooners. Mayhem saying to you, this Skyrim nonsense is all your fault.
And apparently Mayhem has just started playing Skyrim 9 years in.
I've got it on Steam, but I must admit, I've not played it.
Mayhem totally didn't send me anything. Mayhem, I told you to send me a thing on Facebook asking me for my list of mods. You didn't do it. Send me a message on Facebook, either to me or to the Guru page or whatever. I will send you a list of mods. Or put a post up in the boom button somewhere. Yeah. And I'll post up my list of all the mods in the world that you're needing alongside Inigo, because you need Inigo.
Absolutely. Lynn says, I can't wait to get me a TV antenna put up. She's tired of having channels popping on and off. Yeah. Archie sounds like he's got the storm we had earlier. We had the absolutely rain hoonage of the decade.
Did you? We had all windy pops yesterday.
Yeah. Windy yesterday, but the rain today, Fox, it was just like 1 minute bone dry, next minute tropical rain.
Well, we were quite good today because we took Mama Fox for a second injection today, and it was like rain, stopped, get in the car, drive to the thing, get the injection, come back, get in the house, rain. Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
William says, not bad, just enough to tell that he was in the sun. And he's saying it landed on my gamepad's library archive, some Volpine Spoonatic plays it on a Saturday, and I had to see what it was all about.
Oh yeah, every time he taps gamepads, it means Game Pass.
Ah, right.
If you've got Xbox Game Pass, it's basically you get games free, and it's
right, yeah.
As they now own Bethesda, it means that Skyrim's free forever, basically. If you've got Game Pass, so if you've got Game Pass on PC or Xbox, if any of you out there have got Game Pass, go and get Skyrim. It's free. You can have it now for free, and it's the best game in the world ever. If you've never played it. Yep.
Lynn says she's taken yours and Andy's word that the best sound in Skyrim is picking mushrooms.
It is. It's like. Perfect.
Oh, nice sound.
I like tiny noises.
She's confused.
There's an album by Mike Oldfield called Amarok, and the reason I love it is that 95% of it is tiny little noises. Tiny little sounds.
William's asking, did the chat fall over? Yeah, chat on YouTube streams at the moment, William, has been very higgledy-piggledy. We're all struggling with it at the moment. I mean, I've cleared my browser cache. I've even uninstalled and reinstalled browsers just to see whether that would help, but it's still shonky, mate. It seems to jump into 10-minute increments, but you lose chat. So
yeah. I can tell that Mayhem's actually playing Skyrim right now because he says, oh wait, I'm in a town, I must remember the golden rule: when in town, pants come down.
That's a point of interest. I meant to have told you.
What? My pants coming down? That's not a point of interest.
I had the same issue. You know, you get kicked out of StreamYard into the green room.
Oh, yeah, randomly, which I'm sure we'll find out tonight.
I had it happen to me last night.
Ooh, really?
So I messaged StreamYard. Apparently, it's a known thing.
That's really helpful.
Yeah, and apparently, if you uninstall and reinstall Chrome and clear all your cache and do Windows 10 updates, it'll be fine.
Uninstall and reinstall anyway. Chrome?
Yeah.
I'm not uninstalling Chrome.
No.
They're soft. My Chrome's the up-to-date version. There's no reason at all why I would do that.
No, that's right. And it's like, yeah, have you switched it on and switched it off again?
Yeah, that's the standard power cycle reset.
Yeah, it's like, I just thought I'd let you know it's a thing. But apparently,
just very quickly, because people have been asking me about doing when we're going to do the next Modcast live stream.
Yes.
For those that don't know, the Modcast was when a group of the moderators from the Model Makers Boom Hut got together and did a 2 or 3 hour live stream, and were completely
picked on me.
Yeah, and there were things happen, but we want to do more. But until the issue with StreamYard is fixed, where I keep falling out, and if I'm hosting it, that's a bit rubbish. We have to wait till that's been fixed until I can use StreamYard without falling out every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
so we do want to do more, but until StreamYard sort their crap out. Look at the post-it note. It can't be done.
Yeah, it's one of them, mate. You know, it's getting us all in it at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean that's not so bad, but it's just the falling out of StreamYard thing is a pain in the bum.
Absolutely.
It's
Scale Modelling Chaos says it's a big tit.
That's a big tit. It's got a tit on it.
Yeah.
What's that, Colin? What's that, Colin?
What's that? Guns.
What's that, then? Guns.
Lynn says boom sticks. Bobbins 9000 saying hello to everyone. Jamie Boner's in. Hello, mate.
Hey, Jamie.
Edward Leonard with the quote of the year. He's got a tit on it. I'm never going to live that down.
You're never going to live that down.
No. I'll have to do a t-shirt one night. It's got a tit
it's got a tit on it. Yeah, do that and then go to church. But in fact, no, in what you want is it's got a tit on it and have a picture of blue tit on the t-shirt.
Absolutely, yeah, exactly. Because what else?
Big picture of a small finch. It's got a tit on it. Absolutely.
Lord Bartley the third's in. Evening, my love. How you doing?
Evening, my love.
Me lad.
Oh, I thought you said my love. Evening, my love.
Yeah.
Thought you get a bit friendly there.
Oh well, you know.
It was almost Derby that was.
He's a lord, mate. What more can I say and all of that?
I thought you said me love and you were going all Derby Ducks on us.
Yeah, all right, my love.
Yeah.
Philly says evening all. Hello, Phil. Hope you're doing all right, mate.
Evening. Hello.
As does Gemma. I'm going to scroll through a bit quicker, folks, because, I'm rambling already. Philly says, hi, Mike, Lynn, Gemma, Edward, and anyone who he's missed. Exactly that. Richard Pezzle saying, hi, Fox, and everyone that have recently popped in.
Hello, Richard. He put some. I think are they lightsabers? I think they're swords.
Yeah. Plastic Monkey says, they are blue ram snails, Fox.
Ooh, how does he know what your snails are?
Because he sent me them.
Oh, blue ram. That sounds like
he posted them to me using Royal Snail.
In the snail mail.
Yeah. So it started, guys. Yeah.
That's like blue ram sounds like it.
And there he goes. Squishies are better than snails, says Edward Leonard. Lynn Dipple is saying, I was kind of in the E-Models chat, but she was just lurking.
Bang, and the dirt is gone.
That's the reason why we can't do the modcasts, because there's this little bug with the yard at the moment where it keeps dropping people randomly out of streams. So.
Yeah, you go back into the join the stream page.
Yeah.
Like, oh, but it seems to happen to me all the time and nobody else.
Yeah.
Colin once or twice.
Yeah, of course, when Fox is hosting, it'll knock everything for 6. So.
Yeah, if I was hosting it, you'd suddenly, everybody in the world would just see the thing saying, join the chat, which is
absolutely. Philly says he's not managed any bench time today. I guess midnight is as good a time as any. Well, Phil, it's like, I find I do all my filming overnight. I think you've started doing it as well now, mate, you know, and I do me filming, I do me voiceovers at night or me editing, and it's perfect because there's no noise of cars or anything like that.
Yep.
Except for spider pigs, but yeah.
Edward Leonard's got some fighting talk for you.
Oh, is he?
He says squishies are better than snails.
Oh,
I can't say that I disagree, to be honest, to be blatantly honest, because they go like that.
Yeah.
Then again, snails do keep your tank clean.
Well, yeah, they are quite interesting little critters. I didn't think they was as active as they are, but these ones seem to be pretty hyperactive. They're scooting around like a good one, mate.
Our local Chinese takeaway used to have like a big tank of fish and snails in when you go in and order your food on the counter at the front, and those things would be whizzing around everywhere. Oh,
they're fascinating to watch. Yeah. It's funny. Paul was saying, he said, you'll find you watch your snails more than you do your fish.
Yeah, because fish just do that. It's too boring. Yeah. But the snails go around. They keep the glass clean and keep all the algae off it and stuff.
Absolutely. So
I like it when you get like a build-up of algae and you can see the line where it's gone nom 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 nom.
Yeah. Yeah, the snail sitting there going, oh, stick a fork at me, I've had too much.
Oh!
Archie was asking, did he say hello to Mike? I think he did. Gemma says...
Can you imagine if food was something that grew on your house? You just have to lick the walls every day, you'd be food.
Oh, mate, it'd be good, though.
What a life.
Oh, yeah. Gemma says, sleep, is that the thing that happens for about 1 to 2 hours every few days? Exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get 4 hours sleep normally every 36 hours if I'm lucky. Jamie Bones says, has anyone seen the new Tank Museum video about how to get into modelling? No, I haven't, mate.
That's the one with Chris Barry, I think, isn't it?
But I shall have a look.
I think it's got like Chris Barry and loads of other people and Luke from Black Mike Rifle Model Works.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I don't know how Luke got in there, but he's in there. Which is because it's Models for Heroes, isn't it? It's got Malcolm, I think, and Luke, and it's got like Chris Barry that plays Rimmer.
Yeah, Arnold J. Rimmer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think he's in it as well. It's pretty good.
Yeah, because he's a cape modeler, isn't he? Scully Models is saying hi to Archie. Jamie Bones says, Dad was watching it before I fell asleep, and he mentioned the Dora. I thought he was going to fall off his chair.
Dora,
because it's a big boomstick.
Big boomstick.
Jamie's giving hugs to everyone, so that must include you then. So
I don't know. Does it specifically say me, or is it just to everyone?
No. Max McGuinn's saying, hi, everyone. Fox got me back playing Borderlands 3. Laugh out loud. There you go.
Catch a rad.
See, you're responsible for all of this stuff.
Yeah. I can't say Borderlands 2 is my favourite one. Borderlands 1 was by far my favourite.
Philly says, do you have a Mike's head-shaped dent in the ceiling? All those big tooters lifting you off your seat. Yeah, he kind of forgot to mute his mic on one of our shows. I think it was the Wednesday show. Or was it our one that we did last week? But anyway, he let off this right ripper. He thought he had muted his mic, and he hadn't.
Yeah, good lad.
Everyone heard it, and it was like, yeah.
Jamie Bone clarifies it's not that one with Luke in it. It's the third one they've done about modelling.
Ah, right.
That video.
Yeah. Jamie Bone says, you don't feel left out, Fox. All the hugs to you. There you go.
Yay.
So
Commonwealth Junction saying that he's decided he wasn't sure playing Skyrim to debate between going. I'll start that again.
Yeah.
Commonwealth Junction playing Skyrim wasn't sure whether to be a Khajiit or an Argonian, so he chose Argonian, which clearly isn't correct because Khajiit all the way.
Yeah,
Should always be a Khajiit.
Yeah, go on, mate.
I've done.
Dad's just giving John some support there, saying, it was when others was joining his show. They had speakers on and their phones on, etc. That's why he had an echo, bless him. Yeah, we noticed that. It wasn't your issue, John, your end. It was when people was coming in to join your stream, mate. But
yes, if somebody comes into a stream and they've got speakers and a microphone, you have to shout at them to put an earpiece in or a headphone on. People cannot have open speakers when they're on the stream because the microphone will pick up the speakers and you'll get feedback, and that's where you get the echo.
That's why we all wear our super duper FBI earpieces.
FBI man's earpiece.
Yeah, one, it stops that, but two, also we can sit there going, calling all agents. This is Special Agent Fox. Yeah.
Pelican has moved. So for example, if I was sat here and I didn't have my earpiece and my speakers are over there, every time Colin spoke, it would come out of my speakers into my microphone and back into the stream. So you'd hear Colin speak and then the echo of Colin speaking because it's my microphone picking it up. So if any of you get that kind of echo on your stream, it means some chump's got using speakers and need to put a headset on.
Normally it's when someone's sitting there with a tablet whilst they've got their speakers on their computer, and of course the tablet's picking up YouTube as well.
Yeah. And people, if they join your stream, they really shouldn't have the stream playing at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, we do because we've got the stream because we're but we're not like watching it on YouTube and stuff. So.
No, we all had this to learn when we first started. I did it when we first started doing Hangouts. I'd have YouTube on the other screen, but I'd have the volume on, and he'd go, "Have you done it again? What's that? You've got your volume on." And I'll be like, yeah.
It always reminds me. It's actually called slapback, which is a great word because the sound is slapping back. But it actually reminds me of being at Edinburgh Waverley Station.
Yeah.
Because if you ever go to Edinburgh Waverley Station, at least 20 years ago when I went there, they've got the acoustics. The design of the station is such that whenever the announcer comes on, you don't get an echo for about 3 or 4 seconds. So every time the announcer came on, it'd be ding dong. The next train arriving on platform, and you wouldn't get any of the information. You get the train now arriving at platform, and that's all you'd get. You wouldn't know what train, what platform, what time it was leaving or arriving, or where it was going.
Yeah, just
because you'd be like unclassed pedestrian. It's terrible.
Right, I'm going to switch to down or across cam.
Were you adjusting your camera things?
I certainly am, mate. This is where it goes and falls over.
Edward Leonard says, because wearing FBI things, I'm a special agent. There we go. That's a better angle. That other one's hundreds of miles away. That's better.
Oh, yeah, it's because I haven't zoomed it in, mate. It's on my light.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
Are you having tentage?
Moist. That's just Warhammer porn. Needs more guns.
Oh.
I think that turret needs more. I'll tell you what I saw today. It's got a flappy bit. I'll tell you what I saw today. You know where you've got that little cupola on the top turret where the bloke pops out?
Yeah.
The one with the open hatch on the left?
Yeah.
I saw someone that had built it, but instead of that open hatch, they just put another turret.
Oh, really?
So they had a turret with the turret on the turret.
But yeah, I got all the turrets.
Like that little one there, can you take that turret off?
Yes.
That little tiny one?
Yeah.
And put that on the open hatch. It won't fit because you've got the hatch glued on, but that's what they had. Stuck on the top. On the commander's hatch like that.
Mad.
I think it was on a Kirioth video. I think it was quite good.
Yeah, so that's as far as that's got. All the gaps are filled in now.
Oh.
Are you all right? Do you need some special alone time?
I need a few minutes.
And I may have then did another bit of modifying here on one of these.
You've got a couple on. Oh man!
And that's going to go. Oh, the side there.
Hang on. So you're not going to have 6?
Yeah.
You're not having 3?
Yeah. I've got another one to go in there. And then 3 on the other side. I'm still waiting for the sprues.
Wait, how many sponsons have you got? You should get 2 with the kit and 2
I've
with
got another 2 in the bag over here.
Have you bought like a load of extra sprues?
I've got another set of sprues coming.
Wow, really?
Yeah, but I've still got bits of greeble left over, see, with other bits in.
Okay. How many extra sprues did you have?
You bought me a set, didn't you?
Yeah, I got your set, so that's 2 extra sponsons.
So that's 4 sponsons I've got at the moment, and these are just sponson greebles that I got off eBay.
Oh, right. I got you.
Little bits and bobs. Do you remember I said to you I had some Warhammer greebles?
Oh.
Then obviously I've got my other bag there with the spare barrels, more turrets, the other sponsons. So I've got, it's going to have 6 sponsons. I'm then building this one. This is going to go on the side of that bottom one there.
Your actual super chat thing's in the way there. Your overlay's just covering that.
Yeah, let's just pull that off for a sec.
Steady now.
He said pull it off. Oh, let's move that.
Look at the
that's a hot soldering or a plastic welder. I don't want to burn my hand with it. So I've got that one to go on the side there.
Is that a couple on there with blue tack, or is that actually filler?
No, that's a bit of sprue glue, mate.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's I'm gonna weld that on there in a minute. So yeah.
You know what you need.
What?
You need to put a sponson on the cannon.
Oh yeah.
No, you don't. But it will be.
Well, I've got something else to go on the front yet that's going to come off the 3D printer this week. So you've got that to come yet.
Oh Lord.
So yeah, and I'll probably do another one of these and have that on that side. So you're going to have another one. So, or I might have something coming off there. See, like so. And
oh, you can have 2 sponsons on the back turret. Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, see, because I've got spares of these, so I can pretty much build what I want and have more. And
this thing's got like 45 crew in it or something.
Yeah, you just know that when I said I was going to get everything out of the box onto the main
oh yeah,
I kind of meant it.
Oh yeah. I'm
so
just waiting for you.
I'm
just waiting for you to buy all the extras off Forge World and have like loads of extra turrets.
Oh, it's going to happen.
I don't recommend that.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to with it. So it's Baneblade of goodness, isn't it?
There may have been a little bit of a sex wee going on, just a little bit.
Yeah, you're all right though. Yeah.
Yeah, I've recovered now. I won't stand up for a while, but
has to be done though, mate. Isn't it? It's what keeps it going.
So, what is this tool you're playing with now?
This is a hot welder. And you use it when you're doing 3D prints to smooth. I've got different attachment that goes on it.
So it's just like a hot probe type thing.
Yeah, it's a probus basically, and you can just melt plastic with it. You know, like say for instance, where the panels are.
Yeah.
You can do your weld lines with it.
Oh, okay. And what are you actually doing with it there then?
Yeah, I'm going to use it to weld this onto the side of the turret.
Okay.
It will glue, but there's not a lot of surface to glue it onto.
I've got you. So yeah, you don't really want to super glue it because that would be.
No.
Well, I suppose you could put little bits of plastic strip or sprue to hold it in place.
Yeah, I've got sprue.
Yeah.
And it's going to have some sprue legs on it as well, giving it support. But I don't want anything too much around the underside because I want the turrets from the other piece.
Have a look at your screen, dude.
Oh, bless. Psycho Fish has put in a $5 super chat. It's bristling with gunnage, and he loves it.
Yeah, of course he does.
Thank you, Psycho.
Yes. Bobbins 9000 says melting probe.
Melting probus.
Yes. I better do some work now if you're doing work, hadn't I?
Well, yeah, it's normally what we do.
Yeah. You're still full screen, by the way.
Oh, well, sorry, mate.
You're not, I'm sure people want to look at your Baneblade.
Oh, cheers, Dad. Sorry, mate. I didn't hear you come in, mate.
Didn't you? I rang the bell.
Dad blip. Give us a big trump, Dad. That wasn't
in the background there. You've got Mike Mountain, aka Scaly Models, is the chat dolly for the evening.
Chat dolly. Well, seeing as I built all my space puppies from last Sunday's live stream,
Yeah.
Before I start my other space puppies, I thought I'd make a start on the Space Marine motorbikes that Luke from Black Rifle Model Works very kindly sent me.
Oh, bless him. Good.
Yep.
Nice of him.
Because he's his Space Wolves, he got some on bikes, and he thought, you know what, I'm going to make them all Thunderwolf cavalry, which is Space Marines on the back of giant wolves, because of course it is. So he didn't need these 3 bikes. So these are the new bikes, the new modern ones. So I'm going to assemble these.
Days.
I've still got loads of space Wolves to build, but I'll do that on Sunday, or when I finish these. If I'd start doing these. Max McGinn says it needs a fixed bayonet on one of the cannons.
Fixed bayonet?
I wouldn't say on one of them. I'd say on both the cannons. Now you've said it.
Oh yeah, you've got well, there's going to be all kinds of orky goodness going on there.
Yeah.
It's got to be done.
Corrugated iron and barbed wire and random shizzle.
Oh yeah, you've got to have random shiz, mate.
Right, I'm going to read. These guys are called Outriders. It's an Outrider squad, but I shall read it in all the languages that it says on the top. It says, see if you can guess the language. Outrider squad. Then it says, a squad Outrider. And then it says, I don't know why I'm doing it in a Khajiit voice, Esquadra Incursores. And then in German it's just Excursatrupp. And then in some other language it's Squadra. It's rubbish, I'm stopping doing that now. Moving on.
Oh, have you given up?
I never learned that when I try and do languages it never works and I sound like a spoon.
Could be worse, could be me.
Yeah,
could be me doing them.
I never learn.
I have a reputation for being the only man who can systematically destroy the English language every week.
Yep, you can pronounce Russian like a god, but when it comes to English, you just forget it.
Oh, I'm useless, mate, when it comes to English.
Yeah. Now, folks, don't forget, by the way, first and foremost, as you're watching, make sure to give a thumbs up, because giving a thumbs up to your favourite channels and streamers' content means it gets seen better in the search. I'll start again. Stick a thumbs up on the video. It makes this video list higher in the charts, in the search results. Helps Colin's channel out, so make sure you give him a thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Also, we are in the chat, and of course Dad is in the chat doing a bit of chat dolly work, but I can't see my computer screen, and Colin gets oblivious to everything when he's working. And I also can't see my chat on my iPad because I've got my lenses on. So if you want to catch our attention in chat, Dad will call out anything that's majorly important for us, but if you want to really catch our attention, please put the comments in capitals. Or you can at Festa67's workshop or at me, modelmakingguru, and we'll see it because it'll pop our name in orange. Or if you really want to and you're really kind, you can do like Psycho did, you can do a super chat by hitting the chat button, the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That helps Colin out a lot, and it also means we see your comment because we have a comment box.
It helps me out, helps the channel out, and helps me keep content coming.
Yeah, basically every time you do a super chat, a kitten gets its wings and Festa gets a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And if you do £1, he gets 3 cups of tea. Do you know why?
Because you get free for £1.
Free for £1.
There you go.
Free for £1.
Not 1, not 2,
not 7,
not 4,
not 12,
but free to £1.
Free for £1. Free for £1.
Absolutely. Free for
Sarah Jane's just come in. She might be a bit bronzed in list.
Oh, who's that? Who's come in?
Sarah Jane.
Yeah, well, she's misspelled list, so we assume she is.
Welcome, Sarah Jane. Hope you're doing all right, love.
Hello, hello.
I'm wrong. We've been slightly tipsy on a Friday, my darling.
Yeah. If you come into a stream a bit wobbly, it's best to do it in the stream where you can use rude words.
Absolutely. You've earned the right to be a bit tipsy. You've done some wonderful builds, and I've put your other photos up in the group and the boomer, so people will get to see your wonderful work. And she is good. I'll give her that. She is good at build. Plus,
you can do the swearing in Colin's chat anyway, because if he challenges you, you can just beat him up.
Oh yeah,
we all know he's scared of you.
Oh yeah. I'm not the boss in this house, mate. The wife is. I defer to her excellent judgment at all times. And you know why? Because she's about 16 foot away, and I'm not going to argue with her.
Oh, Games Workshop, what are you doing? Look at this. They could have put all the bits I needed for this one bike on this one sprue.
Yeah, they could have done.
They could have done, but what they actually do is put 2 halves of the bike, the brake disc, but the tyres on that sprue.
Absolutely.
God damn it.
Jamie Bones says Colin would be good for doing the post office voiceover.
Oi, what are you doing?
Sorry, mate.
Doing my job there, you monkey.
Oh, bless. Plastic Monkey's put in a £5 super chat. He says, cup of tea for you, buddy. Catch you tomorrow. Thank you very much, Paul. Sleep well, mate, and hope Sue's feeling a bit better tomorrow, mate. Damn you, Carpet Monster. You are not having any more of the Baneblade for your dinner.
Damn you. Damn you, Simpson. So there's 3 wheels. You get 3 wheels. On this sprue is 2 bikes and
3
1
wheels.
wheel.
How much were they? £1?
3 for £1, yeah. So you get 2 bikes on this sprue and 1 wheel. On this sprue, you get 1 bike and 2 wheels.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, they could have done that a bit better and given you... Oh.
Yeah, that's a bit shoddy, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Games Workshop, you... Oh.
Oh, you got a new follower, Colin?
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
Got a new member.
Bobbins 9000's become a YouTube member. Thank you very, very much, Bobbins. Muchly appreciated, mate. Welcome to my little world of
Nonsense.
mayhem and tomfoolery and jesting.
Oh, yeah, no, it's my world that's nonsense. Colin's is mayhem and tomfoolery.
You'll notice as a member, you'll get behind-the-scenes stuff come through. There's some posts in there that are already member exclusive, and there's going to be lots more content coming up for the YouTube channel members. There's going to be exclusive video content and builds that only you guys get to see.
Ooh.
Oh yes, sounds quite good.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I've heard the rumours. I couldn't possibly comment.
Yeah, it was all done in the best possible taste.
Do you know what I do not have?
Cup of tea.
Well, I don't have a cup of tea. I do not have a paperclip. This is a bad state of affairs.
You don't have a paper clip.
I don't have access to a paperclip right now at this exact moment. God damn it.
Oh, that is just shoddy, mate.
I know, it's just shodtacular, isn't it?
I've always got a tub of them because I use them for hinges for the doors on my motors.
Hinges with an H.
Yeah, anything opening and closing gets a paperclip door hinge, mate.
Well, I've got thousands of them somewhere because I used to work in the civil service, and when you're on your last day in the civil service, you'd be amazed how much stationery supplies you pick up.
Oh, absolutely. Like red hole punches with HMS, HMSO on there.
Yeah, I've got like date stamps that ran out in 1998. You know the ones where you can change the year. Actually, no, it ran out in 2001. I've got loads of those. I've got so many post-it notes. It's 25 years later, and I've still got big piles of post-it notes that I'm not finished using.
Got a pile there that I just opened this morning. It was like,
yeah. So
we've not bought post-it notes.
My accidental retrieval of some goods from the store's cupboard is still going strong 25 years later.
Yeah, that was the perks of being a materials relocations officer.
That was the perks of being on good terms with the guy that ran the stationery office.
Yeah.
The stationery, because when we used to get stores, we had to go down. We had a stores order.
Yeah,
one person in the office would be like, "You do." Everybody gets what they want, and one person goes downstairs and gets it all.
Yeah. Have you filled out the correct MOD 640 form?
Oh yes. Well, we used to get on with the guy in the stores room, and like we used to go down and like I used to smoke in those days, so we'd go down and have because if you got stores duty, like stationery, it's great because you could just waste an hour.
Yes.
So you basically just bugger off downstairs for an hour, do nothing, smirk some tabs, have a cup of tea with John in the stores room.
Yeah.
You know, get pally with him, and when it's your last day, you'd be surprised what you can walk. I nearly walked out with a set of. I could have walked out with a set of motorbike examiner leathers, but I didn't.
Yeah, we had all the Repesco staplers that you could carry and all of that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh yeah.
I don't need them. Everyone in my family needs one.
I had one of them. I don't know if you get them now, but you used to have like these things that you put on the table. It's like a green mat.
Yeah.
Plastic. It was like a cutting mat almost, but like a green thing with a clear strip down the side where you could put business cards in.
Oh yeah, I know.
A little flap there you could slide them under, like a clear bit.
Yeah.
But all I used to do was sit there and doodle on them all day. Everybody's desks had doodles on them. That was great.
Green Bolt.
Bobbins just wanted to throw some support your way. You deserve it for the amount you do for us. Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah, I'll try my best, mate. You know, it's all about sharing the love, isn't it, at the end of the day? And I know I'm a bit of an old fart, and I'm set in my ways, but my heart's in the right place. So
You do realise our average audience is like our age.
yeah,
The average audience that joins in the live chats.
Fox.
Hello. What am I looking at? Oh, look at the overhang on that.
Da-da.
Cracking joinage. I knew I liked you for a reason.
Thing is, he's like, I so want that Baneblade. I so want it on my shelf.
Got to change my underwear again now. God damn it.
Oh yeah, and turrets of goodness. Look at that.
So I need to get another Baneblade now and do just kind of correct. The thing is now that you and Chris have done that, and you've basically done all the guns, and Chris has done many of the guns, whatever I do, it's just going to be basically ripping you guys off now. So
flattery is the best form, or
The for
copying
best?
is the best form of flattery, mate. If you want to do that, you do that, mate.
You just said flattery is the best form of flattery.
Did I really?
Flattery is the best form of flattery.
I thought that was that bloke who used to be on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Oh no, that's Tony Slattery, isn't it? See what I did there? Yeah, I won't do it again.
Flattery is the best form of flattery.
Yeah, I do like this. I must admit.
Colin, Archie said, have you seen this latest video, mate?
I haven't yet, mate, but I shall do. When did you post it up? Because I've been on shows today, mate. He's going to say last week, isn't he?
Oh, 5 minutes ago.
Plastic Monkey's apparently going to bed with me and Colin in his ear, and that's just wrong, he says.
Nothing wrong with that, mate.
Just be grateful we're in your ear. It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse, mate.
Let's just leave it at that.
Could be me dressed up as Frankenfurter, mate. Now that's a scary thought.
Sleep well.
Sleep well, Paul.
Oh, do you know?
Graham McRoberts getting off, Cole. See you.
All right, then.
See you, Graham.
Catch you later, Graham. Mine, there you go, buddy.
Take care, dude. Oh, look at that. Don't you fiddle with your wedge. Little stubby wedge on the front there. I'm just gonna stop and just watch you because that's gonna have more motors than an entire scale Extrix championship.
Yeah, it's going to need its own power station, isn't it?
I bet right when you turn it on, it just goes like the noisiest thing ever.
Probably fine. I'll turn it on and the power grid and my lights will dim and yeah.
Scale Modelling Chaos says to me, Fox, if you wanted to do something different, you could turn a Baneblade into a bridge laying or flail version. I could get myself a couple of, you know what I could do?
Yeah.
I could get myself a couple of the old Airfix pontoon bridge sets. Because those pontoon bridges will be about the right size to have one on either, and it could be like two of them in front, fold, like you've got the tank there, and then the pontoons up like that.
Yeah.
Up like that in the stored position.
Oh, I think you've hit on an idea there, mate.
Yeah, but I'm no good at that kind of thing though.
Yeah, you will.
My strength lies in doing what the instructions tell me and then painting them.
Oh, you're putting yourself down now, mate.
No, I really do suck at making stuff up. I can't even choose a colour scheme for a Gundam, so you know.
I just find it intriguing. You know, you sit there and you think, I want to add everything in the box to the tank. How am I going to do it? And then that's what you work on.
I think the thing that you have that I don't is that you have the imagination of a 7-year-old.
Absolutely.
I've lost that because I know from my own experience, not just with model making, but when it came to things like music and drawing.
Yeah.
When I was younger, as I got older, probably easy to say, as I got older, my creative imagination became less.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I'd just get a piece of paper and just start drawing.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I'd be there saying, well, I can do this and I can plan that. And I'd get like stuck. My creativity would become rusty and old and slow to move. And with music, when I first started, like, you know, recording and writing music, I'd just turn on the synthesizer and just make stuff up.
Yeah.
But 10 years later, I'm like, oh well, this doesn't work, and I can't think, and I just got stuck.
Yeah, with me,
And I lost the imaginative spark, and
I just kind of thought, well,
you're just 7
in the
years
end, I
old.
know what I want to do, and that's how I tend to work with stuff.
Yeah, you're just like
And
6
then-
in your head, so
Yeah, and then I think, right, how do I get it to do it? And of course, with orcs, it don't matter what it looks like because all the stuff's scavenged, looted, and bits of metal welded on, tied on with strings. So,
exactly.
dare I
That's the
say
advantage.
it, you can get away with some slightly shonky joinage in a few cases.
Oh, absolutely. But you've still got that little. You've got the kind of creative urge that I had when I was much younger. That I've just it's faded away and grown out of it. I think it's just age.
Yeah, I thought I had
think.
lost it until I started with the bus build. I hadn't been back into modelling long. And I started doing the bus, and the saw came out, and I knew what I wanted in my head, and it was just getting the kit to do it. And suddenly I had that back again, and I was quite chuffed that I had it back again, if that makes sense. So,
Look at your chat, Carl.
oh, Wayne Model Works have put in a $20 super chat. He says, Festa, you provide me with so much inspiration considering the things that you have dealt with your life even before COVID. Your attitude and love for others is admirable and you brighten my day. Oh, thank you very much, Wayne. That's very meaningful. I'm not a religious man, but I say religious, spiritual, you know what I mean? I'm a firm believer in karma and doing good for other people. And there's always someone worse off or more in need. That's how I look at it. So, yeah. But thank you anyway, mate. That's really, really means a lot.
Colin could never believe in one single god because why have one god when you can have 3 for £1?
Absolutely. It's like, well, this is it, because there's been so many problems with different conflicts over religion. And I just think, look, if you believe in a god and it makes you happy, then there is one, and it's not up for question, is it?
I know this is your streaming. I know this is your stream and your channel, but you realise you're doing the religion thing, don't you?
Oh yeah, and it's each to their own. That's how I see it.
I will not discuss my religious matters, for it may offend some people. My religious thoughts.
Oh
not at
all.
I shall leave it off your channel. I don't want to offend anybody.
No, I'm trying not to offend because I believe everyone has a right to believe and choose in what they want to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Make them happy.
Oh yeah.
And that's how I go with it.
I shall be tactfully mute on the subject.
Oh, bless you.
Because it's not my channel. If it was my channel, I'd be twice as much tactfully mute because it'd be money involved.
Yeah, it's a difficult one because, like you say, people can get offended, and that's the last thing I want to do. So,
Yeah.
The weather's fine.
The weather's fine. Anyway, returning to the discussion about the gold standard. I've got to tell you, I've got to report. Now, you know how I hate the Space Marine motorbikes with every fibre of my being because they're just absolute balls.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I've noticed is that cleaning up the mould line on the tyres on these new ones, it takes like 10 seconds.
Oh, really?
On the old ones, you have to glue both halves of the wheel together, and it's just ass. I think, there's a mould line that takes hours to get rid of these. Since that that super chat, came through from Wayne,
Yeah.
I've cleaned the mould line off that.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I'm liking these new bikes.
I'm sitting here inhaling plastic fumes, and it's actually quite nice.
That's probably not good.
I know, but I smoked for 38 years, so I can safely say I think my lungs are already a bit ropey.
I'm sitting here huffing lacquer vapours, and it's actually quite nice. Yes, probably a reason you don't want to do that.
But they're on. Oh, look at that. Oh, got more barrelage on the back as well. Because they've
wanting
only-
to say things that I can't say.
They've only gone on there because I want to weld a plate on.
You know what I think you should have on this somewhere?
What?
I think at some point you should have at least 2 pointy sticky up things between which you have easy lines stretched across backwards and forwards, like it's just like wire that's been like that, and it just goes backwards and forwards and back and forth like untidily.
Yeah, just there because it's there.
Yeah, because that is easy line. It'd be great for that. I like using easy line for stuff like that.
And you do like my Baneblade, I must admit.
I know. I may have noticed that with all the noises that come out of your face hole. Yeah, I've just lost that kind of childlike creative spark, I think, which is why in my older age, it's. I tend to struggle when I haven't got instructions to tell me how to build something, or I actually struggle a bit when I'm painting something when I don't have a rough guide. I don't mean like instructions telling me what colours, but picking colours for things. I've lost the ability to actually make that decision.
Yeah, it's like anything. I see it as a freedom. You know, I've assembled what I want to assemble from the instructions. Now I'm at the bit I enjoy the most, making shite up.
It's just playtime, isn't it, for you?
Yes.
But I don't know why. It's just I've lost that. It's not that I need hand holding, but it's just like painting Gunpla. If I don't paint it the way the Gunpla is supposed to be painted, I still haven't figured out after about 2 years how I'm going to paint my Kshatriya.
Oh, really?
I haven't. Every time I think of it, my brain just goes.
Yeah.
You may as well ask me to calculate the gravitational constant of the universe.
I can always remember the first message I got from Dave, model maker Dave, who I do me shows with, and he was watching me Concord video, and he said what got him was the bit where I said, right, I'm going to cut the front off because the wheel's in the wrong place. Now don't think about it, just get the saw out and cut it. He said, and you just went straight along and cut the model in half. So, right, that's the easy bit done. Now the difficult bit, putting it all back together so it looks like it was made that way.
It looked like it didn't do, so I didn't do that.
Yeah, and that's what straight away got his attention where I was concerned. You know.
Yeah. Destruction's always easier than creation.
Yeah, he said you are a bit mad, and I went, yeah, that will be correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Baneblade of goodness. Oh, look, it all comes apart.
Mayhem says to paint the Kshatriya in blue and grey. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to something.
Blue and grey.
I feel slightly cautious that he wants me to paint it, that Mayhem needs me to paint it in a certain colour.
Yeah. I think we'll have some plates on there to protect them barrels, see? Because the barrels will be vulnerable to bullets, wouldn't they?
Well, you're going to put some feet on it?
No, I've got to put some plates on it. Look at that.
See, that's me learning my Cockney rhyming slang. Aren't you impressed?
Yeah, plates of meat and all of that lot. See, you're good.
I'm good, aren't I?
See, but now it's got armour because I'm going to weld that on there.
Yeah. Are you going to leave it square? Or are you going to kind of hack it round, or?
Oh, it's going to be a bit shonky, isn't it?
You're going to cut the edges round and shonk it up.
Yeah.
Doodle doo doo doodle doo doo.
There you go. So that's on there like that. Yes, folks, it is that easy. With one of these hot welders. Look at that. See, straight on there. Welded.
It's a pity you can't pick up like a cheap flyer or something so you can just graft a wing on it for no reason whatsoever.
Well, yeah, I've got a Valkyrie over there.
No, you don't want to waste that. You don't want to waste that beautiful thing.
But don't forget, Fox, I do have a resin 3D printer, so I can print my own wingage.
Because I'm thinking maybe a Space Marine's little Talon fighter or whatever it is, his little Black Hawk thing crashed and the guy's just scavenged a wing off it or something.
You just want me to print random stuff.
Or can you? Oh, do you know what?
What?
If you can find a 3D print file for the engines for a Valkyrie,
yes.
when you get a minute, just open the Valkyrie box and look at those engines.
Yeah.
Right. And then imagine them somewhere on the tank.
Along the side here, just underneath the sponsons.
Maybe or on the back on a pylon, or just like nacelle sticking out the side or anything. Because you know what orc wouldn't want a tank with rockets that make it go faster?
I like your thinking, you know.
Yeah, I do have a little bit of the childlike creativity, but only when it's somebody else's model and therefore not my problem.
Hey, welcome to Festa's channel, where you're about to see the first articulated Baneblade made.
The first articulated rocket-powered Baneblade.
See, folks, you too could be doing all this random stuff yourselves. Because you know you want to.
It seems such a shame to cover up that lovely bit of plastic card filling that you did there.
Yeah, no. At the time, it was a good idea, but this is Orcs.
See, if I had done that, there's no way I'd cover those up because I bought my circle cutters and I haven't used them yet, and I'd be like, "That's the first time I used them, therefore they must be
I've done them
visible
by hand, and they look a bit
shocktacular."
Yeah, a little bit crap, to be honest with you. Mind you, it's Orcs, isn't it?
It's Orcs, isn't it? Well, I did mine by hand, but I tend to get the plastic card and then I'll just very slowly work my way around it with the file.
But I just thought, well, with a bit of armour, it's going to protect them old barrels there, see? And then you can just run and cut that chunk off so it looks like the orcs have cut it off with a bit of an angle grinder.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
You know what you could do?
What?
Oh, I was watching one of those night shift. The guy, I'll start again. You know, the YouTuber Night Shift Models, whatever he's called.
Yeah.
With the fantastic kind of slightly Russian-y voice.
Yeah.
I was watching a thing where he was showing how to do welding seams with putty.
Yeah.
And then he was showing how to do flame cut steel plate.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, like you've cut the plate like that and you've got two pieces.
Yes.
And all he was doing was he'd take the piece of plastic card like that.
Yeah.
And you get a scalpel and you go like that.
Yeah, just scrape it along the edges like I did on
and
the
then you get then you go back on it to get like a V shape, and then
that's
how you get that kind of flame cut look.
Yeah.
And then take a little chunk off the edge like that. And I'm like, oh, that would look good on that plate.
Absolutely.
Burpage.
What I did on the Death Race Mustang. Just run some scribes along the edges there, and it just gives it that
thick steel
oxyacetylene gas cut.
Yeah. It's because it's thick steel plate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's steel plate, isn't it? It's plate and it's steel.
Plate, guns, isn't it?
Yeah, it's guns, isn't it? It's got tit on it.
Every time Fox says he's lost the feeling, I keep hearing she's lost that loving feeling and see Fox and Colin replacing Maverick and Goose. I think I need help.
I think we could do a rendition, couldn't we? Yeah, no.
Stop the copyright. Shh.
Yeah.
Mayhem says yes, Fox. Oh, I see. He says paint the Kshatriya in blue and grey.
Yes.
Space Wolves.
We are the model making equivalent of Robson and Jerome, aren't we?
Yeah. Mayhem, when he says paint them blue and grey, he means to paint my Kshatriya like Space Wolves colours.
Oh,
which is actually acceptable.
Yeah.
I'd have to buy a load of dangly bits to put all over it there. And teeth and things. That would be quite cool. I could paint it ultramarine colours and then just burn it.
Yeah, that'll work.
Because I'll never paint anything ultramarine colours. Not ever.
Could.
I've half painted things ultramarine because I had to.
Drop that at the angle.
Because I started painting the Warhammer Conquest stuff, and of course that's all ultramarines in it, so they'll be bleached. They'll be Dettol. La 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 la. Do. Where are we? Have the rockets in front with guy lines like a pod. Oh
yeah,
like a pod racer.
See, they're all good, aren't they? They've got it sussed.
That would make your Baneblade like 1,000 feet long.
Yeah, but wouldn't it look good?
Or you know what you could do if you were getting really creative. What you could do is you could get a load of squigs, right?
Yeah.
Get some big squigs, real big squigs with little grots on the back riding them, and then rein them all up like they're pulling a sled.
Yeah.
And it'd be a squig pulled Baneblade because maybe they haven't got the engine in it yet. So you've got you'd have 100 squigs all like harnessed up with grots on the back, pulling this Baneblade like Santa's.
That'll work. See, look at that. Oxyacetylene cuts.
Look at that.
It's all good. It's all good.
Part of me is just expecting you. Part of me is just demanding that you send this to me to paint it, but.
Part of you is just saying, please send it to me so I can put it on my shelf.
Yeah, please send it to me and I'll just look after it. I will love it and pet it and treat it like my own. I will love him and pet him. Hey, George. Hey, George. I've not even built one bike yet.
Sure. Don't worry, mate. You'll be fine.
Right,
I have faith in you, dear.
What?
I have faith in you, dear.
I don't know why you have faith in me. I've put a hubcap on. I've done that.
For you, that's good.
Dong. God, I hate that song. I hate the 1980s. I hate everything. But especially that
the
song.
1980s were
rubbish.
A decade I'd rather forget.
There's nothing good about the 1980s.
No, I may have had the world's worst mullet for a period of time.
I had all the acne in the world. For me, the 1980s was the universe says to me, right, now you have an interest in sexy fun times. Also, you've now become the ugliest creature on the face of the planet. Good luck with that.
things that Fly's put up. Long time watcher, first time commentator, or commenter even. Why don't you have some sort of aircraft launcher on the back or on the top and have some form of grafted together flying machine?
Oh,
See what I mean? They're good, this lot.
hey, Cole, do you reckon, you know the Orc Flyers you can get?
Yeah.
Do you reckon you could get one of the Orc Flyers and kind of shunt it, chop shop it to make it smaller? Because
Yeah,
then
I think so.
you could get one on the back. You know, like you got the little, like the little Brewster Buffalo plane, the little stubby plane, the real life one. You can make like an Orc version of that, where it's a little stubby flyer on the back of the tank with a
Yeah, I can do that.
So far we've got this Baneblade is going to have rocket engines, a sled team of like 100 squigs pulling it, and a battleship's airplane magnetic steam powered launching.
Can have everything on it, mate.
Yeah, and an
And
aircraft.
why not?
And then you just need to put legs on it and make it into a massive like gargant.
I think you've got the bug, haven't you, mate?
And more than that, I always get creative when it's somebody else's project because I come up with all the ideas that require no effort from me.
Yeah,
It's when my brain can think, hey, why don't we do this? Oh, wait, I don't know how I do that. Oh, wait, it might be hard. I'll just go back to sleep.
Yeah.
But when it's somebody else's project, you're like, wait, why don't you do this? Because it's no effort for me to think about it. My brain comes up with the ideas when it's not my baby.
Yeah, but
My brain hates me.
It's nice.
My brain is rubbish.
One goes through stages where it can be creative, and then other times it can't. Just depends. There you go. Well,
I've not figured out which part of my brain is the boss, the conscious or the unconscious yet. One of them's in charge, but I'm not sure that it knows which one.
No, I think my brain just makes it up as it goes along and hopes for the best.
It does seem that my unconscious brain actually hates my conscious brain.
Oh, right.
Because my unconscious brain is constantly doing dumb shit that my conscious brain's like, what? No, what? Oh. I can't get away from it. How does this go together? I'm not quite sure. This is not going together. I may have to take back everything I just said about this. How is that not going in the hole? Oh, it's just very tight. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Oh. Das ist richtig. Molto bene, molto bene.
Oh, that's a bit of old wind out there, isn't it?
Sorry. Oh, I mean, you mean real wind with like?
Yeah, real wind. We got the storm of the decade going on at the moment down here.
We have no storms here.
Yeah, we had all the local radio issuing the weather warnings earlier. Which means in the north it would be a slightly blustery day.
Yes. This is the weather warning, sponsored by Fords of Winsford, for all your automotive needs. There's a car dealership around here called Fords of Winsford, and they're not around here, they're not even local really, that to me, but for some reason they're always being advertised on every channel ever.
Yeah.
Whenever you turn the local radio on, it's like, Fords of Winsford. It's like, really? Can we not get away from this nonsense? What did you have for your dinner, buddy?
Me, I had spicy chicken wings,
Oh,
rack of ribs, garlic bread and onion rings.
garlic bread.
Flatulence may have happened more than one occasion.
And if it hasn't yet, it will do eventually.
Yeah, there may have been rumblings in Festa's tummy times.
There may be popping ahead.
But, yeah.
Poptacular.
Absolutely.
Well, Mama Fox wanted peck and chips for dinner tonight, but I didn't. So Mama Fox had peck and chips, and I had a Domino's pizza.
Oh.
But it wasn't all good news, because I ordered the pizza at like 6:30,
Yeah.
and at 7:10, I'm like, where's my pizza? So I looked on the stupid app they've got that has the animated robot face. It's just don't give me the nonsense. Just tell me where it is, you chunders.
Yeah.
Don't give me this animated nonsense. Just tell me. And it said, brilliant. Thanks for doing business with us. We must do this again. I'm like, wait, what? I ain't got no pizza in my face right now. Chud my pit. What's going on here?
Yeah.
So I sat there and I thought maybe it just thinks it's delivered, but the guy's still pootling about. And sometimes they call and say, I can't find your house because I'm unable to read the enormous number on the front of the house that's really big.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. So I thought maybe he's just trying to find it. So I sat there, 7:30, nothing. I'm like, this is not amusing now.
No.
I'm not amused by this. Where's my dinner? And then the door went. I'm like, oh, he's here at last. I went downstairs and there's my neighbour, the very lovely lady from next door. And she's like, you ordered a pizza? I said, yeah, sure. Okay, this was outside my house. I've just come back from work and it was sat on the pavement, on the driveway.
Oh, impressive.
Stone cold.
Oh.
Because it had been there for like half an hour. And I opened it up and it was all like over to one side.
Yeah.
I ate it anyway because I'm not going to turn it down. I phoned and complained and they said, sorry about that, we'll give you free cookies next time you order. I'm like, okay, that'll do. Because I can still eat it.
Yeah, still takes the mickey though, doesn't it?
She sent me a mail. I sent her a mail, quick mail saying, hey, thanks for knocking on and delivering the pizza. She went, yeah, no problem. How was it? I said, well, it was like cheese covered ass, but hey, it's Domino's, so that's it is what it is, you know what I mean?
Cheese covered ass.
That's pretty much Domino's is, really. So, well, can't complain. It's cheese covered ass. Right, so that's a big honking seam line all the way around. This is the one problem these bikes suffer from, the old ones and the new ones. The big honking seam line all the way around it. Now, hopefully most of it is covered up by armour panels and the dude. So it may well be I only have to worry about the seam line on the petrol tank, which I think will be easily cleaned up. So that's good. That's good. We may enjoy this bike yet. We'll delicately put that to one side. Wait for all the pegs to ping off across the desk, which will probably happen. What are people doing in chat?
Lynn says belly, turkey breast, and Bush's baked beans. Yummy. Oh, nice.
William Rayborn, he had to cook dinner, pork chops and field peas. Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, bench and belly, folks. What you having for your dinner? What did you have for your dinner?
Absolutely.
They're all answering it anyway.
William Rayburn says pork chops and field peas.
Yep. I'm trying to do sausage sarnies, but I won't. Oh, hang on, say that again. Says Sarah Jane. I'm trying to do sausage sarnies, but oven won't stay still. Blooming thing. Sounds like the keyboard won't stay still either. Chaos says he had really bad rain and wind in Nottingham and it knocked out my internet for nearly 2 hours, which meant I could not work. Oh well.
Oh, that ain't on.
Garlic bread says Common Road Junction.
Yeah, I do like a bit of garlic bread, I must admit. Bread.
Paul Di Tommaso says there's a life-size Warhammer bolter on Thingiverse. You know, the bolters are like the big weapons, the big guns that Space Marines carry.
Yeah.
And they would be about the size of your workbench.
So that's a case of Festa. Go and print one. You know you want to.
Oh yeah. I don't think you'd be able. I assume if it's on Thingiverse, is that STL files or is it just you've got to buy the printed thing?
No, it's STL files, mate, and then you scale and print and do what you like with them.
I don't think you'd be able to print one if it unless they broke it into really small pieces. How big pieces can your printer do?
I can break the piece down myself, mate. So I've got my own 3D CAD rendering program.
Yeah.
So I can basically use something like Mesh Mixer.
Mesh Mixer!
You go in, so say for instance it's a figure, you can remove the head, the arms, the torso, you can separate it into finer components. And
cool. I may have to give you money to print me off a... Like, I imagine it would cost a significant amount of money there, so I probably won't want that.
What's that?
I said I'll have to give you the money to print me a life-size bolter, but then I thought that's probably about 500 quid worth of resin right there.
No, you'll be surprised what you can get out of a bottle of resin, mate. Whoever it was, they pinged me a link to the the Thingiverse file. I'll download it and I can soon let you know.
There you go, Paul. If you can send Festa the file for the print for the bolter, that'd be cool.
Yeah, just send me the internet link for the Thingiverse thing. Normally it's a number like 420 point whatever it is, you know.
Yeah, not in chat because the chat will go away. But if you send him a little message on Facebook or something.
On your screen there, Cole.
The bolter is pre-sliced into 6 parts, Fox.
Cool.
There you go.
What printer have you got?
I've got a any cubic Mega S, and which is a filament printer, and I've got an Elegoo Mars Pro, which is a resin printer.
I've got the Sniffles.
And Mike will tell you he's had prints out of them. They do the job, mate.
They do their job. Well, the thing is, when it's something big and square like a bolter, even the roughest of prints you can easily sand down and smooth out.
Oh yeah,
it's not like it's not like trying to clean up a figure, which is just a living hell. It's more like
I did sue a figure, mate, and it looked like she had been made of porcelain, mate.
Cool.
It's got to do no sanding on it whatsoever because I played with the software settings and done a super fine line detail and transformed like a 2-hour print into a 15-hour print.
Super fine.
But the quality was super sexy.
Was it spectaculonicus?
Oh yeah, she's over the moon. I got loads of brownie points. And...
What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Oh, what? Oh, you've got look at that.
Protected
Where are you getting all this spare plating from? I don't understand.
Oh, it's the plating that would have gone along the sides.
Oh, right.
Well, don't forget, I've got 3 sponsons each side.
You have it all, haven't you?
So I've got all the plating left. So
if I was,
gone.
This is you counting in the style of an orc, counting your sprues. 1 sprue, 2 sprue, 3 sprue, lots of sprues.
Lots of sprues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, orc can only count up to 5. Anything over 5 is just lots.
Yeah, it's lots.
You don't need to know more than 5.
And then I can go around now and walkify the edges.
I need E30 and E28.
And that was a spider.
Oh, look. The dude for this Vike is on the other sprue. Oh, dear Lord. It's not hard, Games Workshop. You could... I don't know.
I mean, this poor Baneblade, a lot of people would think, oh, he's chopping up a Baneblade, sacrilege, but it will come together. I know in my head what I want it to look like. And
the thing is, anybody that does 40k and knows 40k would have no problem with you doing that. They just think, oh, he must be doing orcs.
Yeah.
They just know, they'd be like, that must be orcs, clearly.
Yeah.
29 I need. Will this be on the same sprue? Will it be on a completely different sprue? Let's take a look. Round and round and round it goes. Where it'll be, bollocks knows. E29. 3 for £1.
3 for £1.
How many?
3.
How much?
£1.
You know what that means?
3 for £1.
Yeah.
Not 4 for £1. 3 for £1.
So this one figure... Oh no, it's on the same sprue. I don't know. Let's take an educated guess as to where his head might be. Can I put helmets on all of them?
Of course you can.
Hang on. I've got a sneaking suspicion. Hang on. I might suddenly pull my cables out.
Yeah, no worries.
When I move, but if I do, I'll apologise now. But I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure somebody sent me some 3D prints of Space Wolves helmets.
Oh.
I've got to go to this very dusty box of very dusty things.
So you're playing with your helmet, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. But I can't remember if someone did, and if they did, I can't remember what I've done with them. Because I'm thinking I'd rather give them all my space puppies.
I think it was Andrew Sutherland's Fox.
How do you remember these things, Dad?
Because he's an encyclopedia of knowledge, mate.
I don't know what I did yesterday, and I did it yesterday.
Yeah, he sent me some as well.
I've got lots of Space Marines and Beakies, but I think somebody, maybe Andrew, sent me a load of Space Wolf heads, but I don't know where they are. I don't know what I've done with them. They're somewhere. They're in that tub there that says, what does it say on it?
Space Wolf heads.
What's this? I also appear to... Oh! Do you know your Stargate, Col?
Yeah.
Look what I've got. Look what I've got. It's gone a bit funny coloured now. I don't know if you'll recognise that.
Oh.
It's the little Teltac shuttle ship. Cargo ship.
That is nuts.
That's my favourite little Stargate ship.
Well, I've got a project that I'm going to be doing.
Oh, yeah. Does it involve naked ladies?
No, I've got a project I'm going to be doing with my resin printer and Arduino,
Oh yeah.
which is a microcontroller board. And if it comes to fruition, I'm going to build you one and send you it. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
But I think that there'll be squeal noises made.
squealy time. Will there be squealies?
Yes, there will. There'll
Oh,
be that. You know that type of squeal that you do where you go, oh.
I could have an educated. I don't know what these heads
Yeah,
are.
and your
I could have an
toes curl
educated
up
guess,
and-
but I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
because I'll either be wrong or I'll be right, and then all the surprise will be spoiled then. Yeah, I've got this box full of bits, resin bits, for printing me, and it's all just covered in dust and shit because I need to put them somewhere proper. And I can't get everything back in this box. They were all in there perfectly, and now they don't fit.
Oh,
How does
I
that
do
even
that.
work?
You unpack a box and you're like, yeah, put that back. Do you think you can ever get it all in there?
Oh
No.
look, there's them figures that Paul got me. It's like, what makes me laugh with those two figures is the entire model kit is a naked man and a naked woman.
Yeah.
And they clearly went to the sculptor and said, can you sculpt a naked man and woman? No. Brilliant, do that then.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, so they don't look anything like a naked man or woman. And then they said to the painter, can you paint the human figure? No. Brilliant, paint that.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot.
You had one job. Right, so I'm dead happy now I've got my Space Wolves heads. I assume they don't need to be cured. How did you remember that was Andrew Southern? That was like 2 years ago, Dad.
That's got a photographic memory, mate.
Brilliant. Can you tell me who sent me those expensive brushes then? I can't remember who sent me these brushes from Games and Gears.
You opened them up on one of your live streams.
Yeah, but I can't find it. I normally write it down, unless if it's done on live stream. I tend to not forget to write it down, so I can't remember who sent
because
these
when
to
you
me.
was doing the stream, it suddenly dawned on you that although you thought they was very short-handled brushes, you actually put them in the lid, didn't you?
Yep.
You felt a bit
Like
of a
that.
spoon for not knowing it. Yeah.
But what I found out, because I've just started using them, because I've got a chance to use it, and they're really good brushes.
Yeah.
They're really, really good. And I just found out, like yesterday, that it's 60 quid with the brushes. And I can't remember who sent them to me. I really, because it was a lot, and I tried finding it, but I can't find the live stream.
I'll think on that one.
Yeah.
I was
Because
in.
I didn't realise at the time how much these were, but it's like that's 60 quid with the brushes. You buy it as a set with these two, and it's like, oh, I saw it the other day, and I'm like, blimey, Riley, how much? So somebody made me a very kind gift there, and I was probably grateful at the time, obviously, but I didn't realise how much they were worth. I'm like, wow. Right, Space Wolves heads. Space puppies. Space puppy heads. Oop. Now, I've not primed any of these, so I don't know. They look pretty good, but you can never quite tell, can you, until you get them primed up.
Yeah, it was Jamie. Jamie said it as Warhammer, so Sunday stream.
Yeah.
But when I got those brushes, I think it probably that's what I've done, because I went through all my mailbag video, so I'm thinking it's a Warhammer Sunday, but I can't remember exactly when. So I've been through, but I can't find who it was, sadly. Because I wanted to send a quick message and saying, hey, I've just realised you sent me like a whole mess of these ridiculously expensive brushes. Right, I shall trust that these helmets look pretty. They look pretty good to me, but I can't quite tell. Oh, I can't. I could do a test prime of one, couldn't I? Just to see.
Yeah, that might work.
Just to see if I need to do any cleanup. I don't think I do. I'm not going to super glue one to a cotton bud, because that would be a dumbass thing to do. Fox, you idiot.
Hey, mate, you are talking to the bloke who super glued himself to a tea towel, so
Yeah, but it's not as good as Ted super gluing his super glue to the workbench.
yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Handy trick for people. You might not know this, people, but if you want to, that little Deathcore Creed dude gets everywhere. If you want to mount something on a stick to paint it onto a bit of plastic or something, you can use clips, you can use things, but the easiest thing you can do is a tiny bit of super glue.
Oh.
Because maybe not to a cocktail stick, because they're kind of porous, but I haven't got anything else I can stick it to. If you've got an old flyer base for like a little flyer figure,
Yeah.
or a little bit, or even, I'll tell you what I can do. Tell you what you can do. if you've got like a component, let's say you've got a figure's head, you're painting a dude and you want to paint his head separately. You're thinking, well, do I have to drill a hole in the bottom of his head and then mount it onto a stick? No, you don't. All you do is you get yourself a little bit of sprue like that.
Yeah.
And you get yourself some tissue. You must have tissue. And you get yourself a tiny, tiny amount of super glue. I'll get some on there. And here's a trick I learnt from John Bias. God bless him and all who sail in him.
Yeah.
If you don't want your super glue to get gunked up in the bottle when you take the lid off, do this. Tap it down.
Yeah.
And it'll blob out of the top. To get some tissue and do that. Blow on it. And eventually, if you tap it down enough, you'll clear out the nozzle. And then you can put it, and it won't gunk up.
Well,
I used to hate using super glue because when you put the lid on and when you come back it sealed itself up and it's like, oh, crying out loud. But if you do that and leave it for a minute, it tends to come out for a bit and then it clears itself quite nicely.
A man of many hidden talents is our
Well, I got
friend
that
John
idea
Bias.
from John. It was John Bias that showed me how to do that. So
Yeah.
there you go. It's completely open and clear now.
Must
So I
catch
can
up
leave it
with
for
John.
a minute. Wipe the top off. Light your pipe. Stand back. Admire your handiwork. So I can put that on there, and that won't gunk up now. So I owe John Bias for the fact that I don't have to buy new super glue every 5 minutes. So yeah, so you've got a tiny bit of super glue. You've got your bit of sprue. All you do is you get your tiny bit of super glue on the bit you want to stick. Tiniest touch. Just a tiny little bit. Stick it on.
What's your uncle?
Ideally, you want some zip kicker, really, to make it stick.
Muse is in and sends you hugs, Cole.
Oh, hello, Muse. Hope you're doing all right, love. Hope everyone's okay. Staying safe. And Vampy's okay.
Panzer's giving hugs to everyone.
Hello,
Yeah,
Panzer. Hugs back, mate.
And there you've got a tiny, tiny touch of super glue. That little head is now glued onto that piece of plastic.
Oh, bloody hell.
So I can paint it, I can stick it in a cork, I can put it in some blue tack, but when it's painted and ready, because you've only used a tiny amount of super glue, you can just snap it off. You can snap it off. If there's any residue from it won't break the plastic because you've used a tiny bit of glue, but if there's any residue from the super glue, you can just sand it flat. And because it's a head, you don't see that bottom surface anyway. So handy tip for anybody wanting to paint heads separately, or paint any little components that you need to you can't figure out how to mount them onto something to paint them. Tiny touch of super glue. If you have a load of Warhammer figures that come on little flyer sticks, not the big planes, but like the little dudes with the little transparent sticks, try and keep all the little sticks, glue them to a base and keep them because they're perfect for mounting little components to.
He's a wealth of knowledge, this bloke, Dad, isn't he?
All bits of sprue. I'm just going to jam that in there for now, but you know, what you do is you glue that onto a little base.
Yeah.
And then you can permanently pop that off and you just snap off the bit. And it's like if you want to paint a figure, but you've got, let's say you're painting a figure and you've got a base and you want to paint the base separately and then put the figure on it.
Yeah.
What you can do is super glue the figure to a spare base with a tiny touch of super glue and paint him up and then just snap him off.
Oh, you're good.
And again, if there's any glue left, of course, you snap in the glue, so you just sand the glue flat.
See, this is why you're the guru, mate, because of all of this stuff.
I totally steal it from other people.
Nothing wrong with that, mate. Little bit of shameless stealing.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we all started.
Now, the reason I did that is because I wanted to, very quickly, get myself some primer. Shaking the primer. Hey, you know what I did this week? You know, I found something this week that made me very happy.
Go on.
I found a waistcoat.
Oh.
A simple black waistcoat that I've had for millions of years that I'd forgotten I had. I've not worn waistcoats for years, so I'm wearing it now.
You're good, you are.
I know. Little waistcoat it is. Little waistcoat.
A waistcoat. God, you sound just like my granddad then when you said that.
Yeah, my dad used to call them waistcoats.
He's got yourself a waistcoat there.
Unfortunately, it's not quite my size anymore, but
Yeah, but it can be made to fit, can't it?
Well, by just not doing it up. It fits perfectly if I don't try and do it up. If I try and do it up, it's just Sadness Factory, but there you go. Get a little bit of primer. A little bit of the UMP grey. Do I have a crappy brush that I can afford not to be asked to clean? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we've all got stashes of them.
Let's find a brush I don't care about. That'll do. There are brushes that you care about.
And there's brushes that you don't.
Well, there's brushes that you care about. There's brushes that are knackered, but you care about them because they're good for things. And then there's brushes that you don't care about. And that's for things like brushing on texture paints and super glue and caustic soda and death. And
things. Yeah.
Right, so all I'm going to do is quickly brush this over this head. Just so I can get... I can't really... Because it's the one problem I find with 3D prints when they're like this translucent resin. You can't really see what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
So I just want to very quickly coat this as a test pig. I know I'm brushing the primer on, it's not the best thing to do, but it's just so I can see what the details are like. I think it's pretty good. I've got loads of these heads, so...
That's why I only ever print using grey resin. That way you can see what you're doing.
Well, I mean, it looks beautiful. It looks really nice. It's just I can't quite see for the detail. So I'll let this primer dry just so I can see what's going on.
Okay.
Because what I want to do, and I forgot this when I built those 6 dudes that I built over my live stream, over my thing over the last few days. Yeah. I forgot I had those heads. So I've now got 6 Space Puppy. Oh, no, I haven't glued the heads on.
Shock horror. Dude.
Oh, fantabulosity. Although I think I've glued one head on. But I think he had a helmet. I don't think I've glued the head. Oh, no, I have finished them. Oh, I glued the heads on. Oh, well. Okay, but they've got helmets on, so... Oh, well. So my 6 infiltrators have normal helmets because they're just rubbish. But all my other Space Wolves are going to have Space Puppy heads. I've decided all my Space Wolves must have Space Wolf heads.
Nothing wrong with that. Got to have Space Wolf heads, mate.
Yep. Then they can't have normal helmets. I don't particularly want faces because if I can get around painting faces. I use bottles from my medicinal stuff as paint handles. Oh. A lot of people use little paint pots and like pill bottles and things as they just stick things on.
Yeah, that's what Ted does, isn't it? We use his paint bottles as little paint cups.
Yeah. I'll tell you one other thing that you will find indispensable, especially for painting figures. Get yourself a whole load of those.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's a plastic wine bottle cork it's a wine bottle cork with the plastic bit.
Yeah.
And all you do, if the figure's big enough, you drill a hole in the foot.
Yeah.
You gently super glue a bit of sprue or a piece of cocktail stick in, and then just jam it into the cork, and you've got a figure you've got a mount, and you can handle it then.
That's a good little shout.
It cost me like about £5 for 50 of those. Somehow I've got like 6 left now. I don't know where they've all gone.
Yeah, I use a lot of the little sauce pots that you get from fast food outlets. And they come in handy as little paint mixing pots.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, no, so that's
okay,
one that
James
I use.
Chapman's in, he says hello.
I think I've got enough exhausts on the back of that.
You could have more.
I just thought I'd do a bit more exhaustive research.
I reckon you can get a turret on those exhausts.
Oh, there's going to be a gun just above them.
Yeah, can't put guns in them.
Oh, there's a thought.
Now, it's going to be hard to see this helmet really well because I've slathered it in primer with a brush, which is never ideal, but it looks pretty damn good to me. I think we should be good to go to use those heads. It's a proper doggy face with snarly mouth scenario going on. But look how many I've got! Got millions of them!
Oh, wow.
Well, not millions. I can always ask him to send me more. I can pay him to send me more, I should say, rather than ask him. If it was Andrew Sutherland. I always try and remember to write on who sent me things. Like if I've got a kit somebody sent me, I write on who sent it to me. But half the time I forget.
Yeah, I've got a few of those in the stash where I've been sent them by folk and I just mark their name on it.
Yeah, but
just so that I remember when I come to build it.
It's when you forget, and then you've suddenly got this thing that's worth a lot of money, and you're like, hang on.
Yeah,
who sent me
there's
that?
nothing worse, is there? You think, God, who sent me this? And luckily, I do the like you, I do the filmed unboxings. So, but yeah, I've got the habit now where I just immediately write their name on it,
Yes.
just so that I remember.
Bobbins 9000 says to you, they're not exhausts, they're mortars in disguise.
Yes, I'll go with that.
William Rayborn says, so he doesn't miss anything. We're all going with him into the garage so he can smoke. Have one for me, dude.
Oh yeah, definitely. Have one for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the world's worst ex-smokers, Fox, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. I remember when you got that, Fox, says William Rayborn. I assume that's the brushes, I'm not sure. Are you sure it was Andrew Sutherland that sent me them? Because I must send him a message, ask him to send me some more, but I'll pay him this time, because they were a gift. But it's not cheap printing these things out, so...
Just check mine a minute. Make sure that...
What was that, Dad?
I'll just check mine.
Oh, did he send you some stuff as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Why do I like that, but why do I not like it?
What is it? It looks like a post, but I think you cover... I don't
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to cover your barrels up there.
No,
Because your barrels is good rust potentials.
absolutely, and drippage and all that.
Oh,
sounds
hello.
wrong.
Just found a Master Chief. Just randomly found a Master Chief hanging out on my bench.
Happy days.
Sir, Master Chief, sir.
Yeah, so we'll go in there like so.
Oh, I know what the ladies like.
Just hold one of those heads up nearer your camera, Fox.
Say again, mate.
Hold one of the heads up nearer your camera.
One of these little green edible looking ones.
Yeah.
It's the dog head style helmet, the wolf head style helmet.
Yeah, I got them. Yeah.
Is it definitely Andrew Sutherland?
Yep.
Fantastic. I'll drop a message tomorrow and say, dude, can you send me some more, but can you tell me how much you want me to give you? Because they were a gift that time, but because I want hundreds of them, because I'll probably build millions of Space Marines and then never use them. But
What do you want these ones I got here? Because I'll never use these.
you're not going to use them?
No.
The little green one, the little green ones, yeah.
They're not green, mine are grey.
Okay, but they're the little sort of wolf head style ones.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you don't want them, I'll take them.
I got a shed load of pauldrons as well.
What, Space Wolves pauldrons?
I don't know if they're Space Wolves. I don't. Fox.
Are they what? Are they just blank ones, or have they got a pattern on them?
They've got writing on F off.
It says what?
F off on them.
Oh, that's Angry Marines. I think I've got those as well.
YOLO.
Yeah, that's Angry Marines. That is. If you're not going to use them, Dad, I'll happily take them off your hands.
Well, you shall have them then.
Do you want me to send you some money for postings?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Because the thing is, with the world on fire, you could walk to the post box and die. So I probably want to make it worth your while at least a little bit.
No, you won't.
You're trying to argue with Dad, Fox, because you know you're going to lose.
I know. It's worth, yeah, but I've got to at least give it a try.
No.
I tried that once
There
and
you go,
failed
Dad.
miserably, mate, and he mocked me for days.
There you go. Dad. That's what they look like when they've got primer on them.
Right.
Little puppy head shapes. I've not actually checked to see if they fit. That's probably... One of the first things I should check is, are they actually the right size? I'm assuming they are. They probably are. I guess they are. I hope they are. Can they please be? Yeah, that's fine. That was brilliant. Oh, yes. All my Space Marines are now going to have puppy heads. And if you want to send me some more, that would be your Spaceballs bit. Because he sent me... I think it was him that sent me all my Angry Marines, because I've got loads of beaky heads as well, because that's the Angry Marine style, is the old beaky heads.
I've got beaky heads.
Yep, that's the old style, but I think a lot of Angry Marines are always done with beaky heads, you see, so...
Right. They're yeah, it's not Space Wolves I've got then, it's beaky heads.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take them anyway. If you're not going to use them, I'll take them. But if you are going to use them, though, keep them, obviously, for yourself.
I'm not going to use them.
But if not, I shall contact Andy and ask him to send me some more. Oh, that was weird. There's a leg on this bit of bike here. Don't know if you'll see it. His helmet's obviously on his belt. He's got his helmet hanging on his belt. That's going to look weird when I put a dog helmet on him. Oh.
Oh.
Arse magnets. Arse magnets. I may have to give him a Space Wolf's head then. Yeah. Arse. An actual head. Arse. Arse, I say. You know, you had to put the helmet on his leg, didn't you, you gimbal Door! I think I've got some spare Space Wolves actual people heads, though. Okay, well, we'll sort that out later. It's not on this guy, anyway.
Felista says, Fox, how are you for Space Wolves decals? I have a small amount on a sheet from a box set.
Who says that?
Felista.
I've got... Well, I'll be honest. I've got... I've got all of them.
Oh, just a few then.
And I've got the Horus Heresy ones as well, the pre-Heresy ones. So I think I'll be all right for a decal. But thank you very much. I'm only doing Ragnar Blackmane's thing anyway, so all these aren't going to get used. But yes, thank you. Keep them because you never know when you might need them, or you never know when I might ask you for them. But yeah, I've got the Forge World ones as well, which are actually pre-Horus Heresy, and they're quite beautiful. Some of the artwork. I probably will use it just because it looks fantastic. I mean, look at that. Look at that decal. You like that, Cole? Look at that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, like a proper painted decal. So yeah, all these are all gold as well. So I think some of my guys might have pre-Horus Heresy markings on them. Look at those. They're beautiful. Vikingy style. Liking them. But thank you very much for the offer though, Phil. That was very, very kind of you. But I don't want to take advantage when I've got millions already. However, when I run out, I'll hit you up. Like a desperate drug addict. Oh, I've got all those as well. Just one or two. Just a few. I hoard decals like those two brothers that lived in New York, whose name I can't remember, but they lived in that house in the 30s, and the house was like 5 stories brownstone, and it was full of junk, and they died. And I can't remember them. And then it was knocked down and turned into a small park. Anybody live around New York will know who I'm talking about. Let me know, did a video on them. I'm just waffling now, aren't I?
Don't roll that. Nothing wrong with good waffle, mate.
Especially not with maple syrup. Oh. Muse is off.
Take care, Muse. There you go, darling.
Philly says, cool, just give me a shot if you ever need them, Fox. They're in the Indomitus box. Lovely, I will do. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. So yes, this is not... Oh, no, this is the guy with the helmet on. Let's... Oh. I wish the word fungible was a swear word, because it's the word that just came into my head, but it's not.
I love your use of the language.
I'm going to have to go under the bench now, aren't I, to get to me bits. If you pardon, that didn't come out right, did it?
Well, it's just as well you're going under the bench, because if I was going under mine, I might never return. So.
If you were going under your bench, this stream would never end. It would time out after 8 hours.
I was just going to say to Fox, if you find Colin under your bench, can you put him back on his seat?
Yeah. Right, what am I doing down here? Oh, it might be the first thing I grab.
Gemma's still with us. Hope you're doing all right, Gemma. How have you been today? Because you've been struggling with your toothache, haven't you, love? Hope it's a little bit more bearable than it has been for you, love.
I'm guessing it's a work. Look at the dust on that. Oh, burpage. Dad, was that you?
Yeah.
Filthy little bugger. Yes, I'm guessing, Gemma, your dentistry work is like a work in progress. They're doing it in bits. Because I know you went to the dentist, didn't you, last week, I think. So I'm guessing they're doing it in stages. That's why it's not been fixed yet.
Yeah. And just remember as well, Gem, that if all else fails, it's Chrissy's fault.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
If all else fails, just hit Chris.
Yeah, it's all Chrissy's fault.
Slap him with... Oh, now, if I'm lucky, I've got some random space puppy heads.
Space puppy heads.
If I'm lucky. If I'm not lucky, I'm absolutely sacked, but... I happen to have 2 spare space puppy sprues, and on them I have, yes, No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. I've got 2 spare heads. And they're both gentlemen with proper, like, Wolverine style sideburns and hair and ponytails and beardly action and stuff going on. Yes. Most excellent. I can make these riders into Space Wolf bike rider type dudes. Fantastic. Never throw your bits away, people. Never throw your bits away.
I've got, like I say, I've got quite a few bits of greeblage laying around after this bad boy, but there'll be more.
Well, the reason I've got these 2 sprues is because when I built my Space Wolves flyer, it had, like, on the base I put 2 dudes on motorbikes.
Yeah.
And it was the traditional, horrible bikes that I hate. But I just put a couple of Space Wolf helmets on them and gave them some Space Wolfy bits. So those bits were the only bits I used. I've got all these sprues with, like, pauldrons and everything on them.
Oh, dude.
So I might even give these guys some pauldrons. Oh yeah, that's an idea. Pauldroniums, yeah. Because unfortunately, all the other Space Wolves I've got don't particularly look like Space Wolves. They're just normal Space Marines.
I think we could add something to the side of that.
So if I can Space Wolf at least the motorbikey raptors, that'd be cool. Archie's off. Take care, buddy.
Archie's off. Catch you later, Archie. Thanks for popping in and joining us, mate. Much appreciated.
Now the downside is he's got a normal ass helmet on his leg. That's rubbish. But never mind.
What can we have on that side?
Are you muttering as you're planning things there, dude?
I am planning mutterings and all sorts of.
It's a good sign when you're muttering away to yourself.
Yeah, bottle, glass, bottle.
If you were an extra in a TV show, you'd be there going rhubarb.
Absolutely, rhubarb.
My dad used to do that because he used to film Coronation Street. He'd come home and he'd be sat at the dinner table, he'd be eating, and he'd be going rhubarb. Because whenever they film a scene in the Rovers and stuff, and people are sitting there eating and drinking, of course, you've got the actors talking.
Yeah.
And they want noise in the background of people talking because they don't just want silence. Because in the old days, everybody was silent. They'd be there like talking, but not making a sound. So people's mouths would be moving and it'd be like silent.
Yeah.
So they used to get the X. They say talk about things, but if you can, just talk gibberish.
Yeah.
And it just sounds like background babble.
Yeah. So flumity.
Yeah, they were like, don't sit there and suddenly burst out laughing dead loud because that's kind of annoying and will kick you out. But
Yeah.
So I don't know if you'll see on camera now, but this guy has got.
Oh, I'll just put you full screen, mate. Let's have a look at that.
No, it's tiny. You won't really see it anyway. But he's got proper, like, Wolverine sideburns and beardy action, and hair with a ponytail with pigtails and Space Wolf territory.
He's proper Ace Rimmer.
Cook me a kipper I'll be back for breakfast. No, this is Space Wolf, more like Wolverine. He looks a bit like Handsome Jack, actually, which is kind of concerning.
If
you know your Borderlands. Yeah, if he looks a bit like Handsome Jack, which is a bit Borderlandsy. Right, so William Rayburn says, make it look like there's a severed head in the helmet. No, because he's got a Primaris Space Marine helmet moulded into his leg armour, which is a bit annoying. Like he's not wearing it, it's on the side of his armour. Never mind. I'll get around it. Anyway, how you been, Col? I've done all the talking tonight. I'm shutting up now. It's your turn.
No, apologies if I'm quiet. I've just been welding stuff to the side of the Baneblade.
You've been thinking, haven't you? You've been doing that thinking.
I have. I've been doing all kinds of. Let's just put random plates and walkways and shizzle on the side of the turret. Why not? Because I can.
Just to show people, without thinking, then I popped that head that I superglued on the sprue. I just popped it off without thinking, with no effort. That's all you do when you want to paint something on a sprue. Superglue. Yeah, exactly. There's a little tiny molecule of superglue that I can quickly sand that off, and I can glue it onto the plastic figure. So there's your handy hint for the day.
Absolutely, mate.
Yeah. So what's your week been like then, Cole? What have you been up to this week?
Not a massive amount. I've had some medical stuff to look at because the wife's due surgery soon, so she's had her pre-op done this week.
Oh yeah.
And she's having the thumbs and index fingers and the fingers next to it on both hands fused because she has acute arthritis.
Oh, right. How old is she? How old's your missus?
My missus is 53, mate.
Wow.
But,
I mean, I know that, like Mama Fox, if you look at Mama, she's got arthritis in the joints and stuff. And I know, looking at my fingers now, I can see my fingers are starting to go a bit.
Yeah.
So I know, I mean, half from my dad, half from my mum. So I know when I get old, my fingers will be gnarly.
Yeah, I've got that one gone on that hand. It's gone to a claw.
Yeah, I've
this
got
one's
that
gone.
like that.
This one's going, but Helen, bless her, her thumbs look like they've been melted, mate. They're so bad, and so she's going to have them fused because she caught one of them the other day, and she pretty much passed out because of the pain, and it's just too much. And
no, I mean, I'm lucky they don't give me any jip, and I think Mama Fox's hands are like that. I mean, she's 82, so they're going to be a bit achy and sore anyway. But I think she's okay. So
she can still hug well, though, can't she, Fox?
She can what?
Still hug well.
Yeah, she gives a good hug.
Yeah.
She's good at hugging his Mama Fox.
Yeah.
You get the best hugs from Mama Fox.
He's a bar steward.
Yeah.
Why would that? How would you know that then, Dad?
Well, I happened to go over to Fox's one time, and Mama Fox happened to be there, and managed to get a hug.
Really? God, you never told me this.
No, I don't like to shout about it, Colin.
Oh, you're full of shit.
I love the way he does it so genuinely every time. Well, there was this one time, you see, when I just, was over there.
Yeah. Oh, in case you didn't know, Cole, I've never told anyone this, but you are the only one in the modelling community that's had a Mama Fox hug.
If it makes you feel any better, Cole, I don't know why, but I think on the way back, or the next time Dad was picking me up, it was Dad and Dave.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure at that time Dad got a hug, but Dave didn't get a hug, but Dave was stood right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was, or I don't know what it was. I can't remember how that would come about, but...
Mind you, I did get a hello off of Mama Fox tonight, didn't I? Hello, Festa, she says.
Before we went live, because she was going to bed just as we were going
to bed, and I got a hello off of Mama Fox. So I was suitably pleased.
You even got a little bit of a wiggly wave, but you couldn't see because she was waving at the computer screen. I said, say goodnight to Colin because he's right there. She went, hello.
Yes, I was suitably chuffed.
Yeah.
Not the same though, Carl.
No, because I got a hug as she went out the door. And it's better.
Don't hold back, Dad. You know how to make someone feel better, don't you? You shite house. Oh, bless you.
For those watching in black and white, we're now allowed to do swearing. Yeah, I can't show this picture, but this guy's face, he just looks like... If you know your Borderlands, he looks like Handsome Jack. I can't even dig into... Even if I put it in focus, you wouldn't see.
Handsome Jack, because he's handsome.
Handsome Jack's one of the bad guys, but I'll try and take a photograph of it. Because he does... I want him to start talking about Butt Stallion. That would make it then. And maybe I know what I need to do. If he's going to look like Handsome Jack, if I can figure out a good way to paint wording, I need to put a name down the side of his motorbike and I need to have it called Butt Stallion. Because was that father? Did you just do a little trump then?
Not me.
Was that a little? Did I hear a little trump?
Oh, you might have done.
I think I heard a little trump.
There might have been a distinct possibility.
I think there was Trump. Was that a dad trump?
No, Colin Trump, that one.
Was it a Colin Trump?
Yeah.
Festa Trumpulations.
Yes. I was like,
word.
I may have leant slightly further forward than anticipated.
A little bit of trumpety goodness there.
A little bit of relaxation took place.
A little bit. Yeah. I'm an idiot. I just folded my case open so you didn't see my credit cards. Of course, the problem with that is it covers up the lens for my camera. Idiot, Fox. You're a stonking idiot, aren't you? Do you know, sometimes I have a good idea and it confuses the hell out of me.
Yeah, I'm known for that. I do some
I don't
bizarre
think I'll be able
ones
to
at
focus
times.
on this guy now.
There are times I'm amazed I've made it to 54.
Yeah. Well, in one piece.
Oh, yeah.
This guy don't half look like a slightly older, more ruggedy version of Handsome Jack with a bit more jaw.
There you go, that's what we want.
I'm going to have to call his bike Butt Stallion. I really am.
Get rid of that.
Need to get some proper overhead lighting, I think.
Bit of green with it. Oh, yeah. Suitably orked. Oaks.
Oaks.
Oaks. Oaks.
And what do orcs have? Guns, innit?
Carpet Monster's trying to claim stuff now, is it? Really?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they ain't having it. Oh, really? Oh, you get.
It ain't happening.
No, don't stand on it, you pilch. You're supposed to. Oh, really? How do I do this to myself? I am venturing down.
Wait, are you going down? Are you? Oh God, Dad, please tell me you've got Helen's phone number to at least send her a text. Please don't fall over, Colin.
No, I'm all right.
Or die, or either of the two.
Walking stick with white tack of goodness on the end came into play.
Oh, okay. Please tell me that was your elbow. I'm really hoping that was your elbow. You just wandered past the camera there.
What that? Yeah.
It was kind of fleshy and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. That bizarre thing is my elbow.
No, we just got like a fleshy round shape and it was like, I hope that's your elbow.
Oh, yeah. No, not like when I got stuck under the bench. It's like, yeah, please tell me that my camera angle is not focusing on my floor.
Right,
why is that?
Right, I've taken a photograph. I don't know if people will be able to see a bit better. Let me see if I can brighten things up a little bit.
Do you want me to put you full screen, mate?
You can if you want. No, people will see there, but that's the face on this Space Wolf.
Where's my mouse? Oh, there it is.
Where's my mouse? Free for a pound.
There you go. Oh,
that's the face on. Look at that.
Oh, that's some serious detail. He's a bit purposeful there, isn't he?
Yeah, but you know what, Col? That's how big it is.
Holy sugar.
Yeah. Welcome to Games Workshop. The modern sculpts now are incredible compared to the old stuff.
Yes.
Like, you know, when you get some orcs and stuff, compared to the old stuff, the modern sculpts now look just amazing.
That is just absolutely unbelievable, isn't it?
But he does look like Handsome Jack.
Yeah.
Until I paint him and he looks like a complete clusterflock. But it's beside the point.
That's beside the point. At least you've had a go.
Yeah. Some of the modern sculpts and the figures now and the heads, they are incredible. And in the old days, it used to be that the generic stuff was kind of bland, but the characters, that the named characters had really really delicate sculpts. But now even the rank and file dudes get like, you know, fantastic sculpts. That's why they're so much fun to paint. Lynn Dipple says, "Wow, that's a nice face. He's a bit handsome, isn't he?" Iron Man. What we're talking about? I don't know. Oh, right, his boilers are defunct and he's got no heating or hot water for 2 weeks. Wow.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that, mate.
Wow, that sounds terrible.
Has passed its annual inspection today, and they was like, how can that boiler, being that old, still function?
Yeah.
Oh, so well, it's pretty much full of new parts, mate, but...
I'm guessing Iron Man's not in the UK.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're not with the British Gas.
It makes no odds, mate. He's got a disabled child. They've got to get it by law. They have to get his boiler going for him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, we're with British Gas, and because Mama Fox is like 3 million years old, she's classed as vulnerable. So whenever it goes off, if I'm talking to them or Mama Fox is, we just say she's elderly and at risk, and they say, brilliant, we'll get someone to you ASAP, no problem. But has he said if he's with British Gas or not?
No, he's just said he's in Mears.
Because what we did about 15 years ago, and I can't stress this enough to anybody who has British Gas as a plan. I'm not employed by them or sponsored or anything like that. It's not even my channel, so I don't care. But if you've got British Gas, they have a home care
that's what
service, and it's like 16 quid a month, or at least it was last time I looked. Yeah. It's like 15 or 16 quid a month, and you might think that's a lot of money, but trust me, every single time our boiler's broken, we've had someone out within 4 hours.
Yeah.
And when they come to fix it, we pay nothing.
No, that's it. That's what we've got. And because I'm classed as vulnerable because of the impaired immune system, same day, mate.
Yep. But the beauty of it is, if you've got your own boiler and you just pay Bob Smith Boilerman to come out, he'll tell you that boiler's knackered, you need to get a new one, that'll be £5,000.
Yeah.
But because we're on the home care package, they will do everything they can to repair it without. They'll say to you, it's an old boiler.
Yes.
It's going to take us a day to get the parts, or you really want to get it replaced with a new one, but we can try and get it fixed for you. We can fix it for you, but it might take a few days because of the old part. Well, yeah, fix it.
Yes.
And it costs us precisely nothing.
That's what we did last time when they got us the new igniter.
Yep.
And in the meantime, they bought in a load of electric heaters.
Yep.
Well, that's what I was just going to say to him. If they're refusing to come out and do it, tell them that you want heaters for every single room and you want all your electricity bill paying for it.
Yes.
They'll soon come out and repair your boiler, mate, because by law, you've got a disabled child. They've got to repair your boiler.
Yes.
Yeah, if there's anybody in the house who's classed as vulnerable, they have a legal requirement to actually make sure, because it's not like your telly doesn't work or your washing machine's broken down. Things like gas and electric, they're classed as essential services.
Yeah.
They have a legal requirement to make sure that the service is as uninterrupted as possible. So, but if you're not with British Gas, I can't really recommend anything. But if you are with British Gas, if he was, I would say get yourself on the home care. It's £16 a month. And
no, he's with the housing association.
Ah, right, okay, yeah, that's not an option then, is it?
They're accusing him of bullying.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because it goes to the HA then, doesn't it?
But it's not bullying. Housing association or not, mate, you're entitled to have your boiler repaired.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Write to your local MP. Tell them what's going on, and say to them they've got 24 hours to intervene, or you're going to your local press.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how quickly that works.
You'd be surprised how quick they turn up, mate.
Oh yeah. What you do is you write to your MP, but you send a copy of it to the housing association, and you make sure you give them a deadline, like 24 hours.
Then you go on Twitter. Set yourself on Twitter and give them a bashing on there.
Social media, name and shame, pull the heartstrings, make the most of, that you've got someone who's vulnerable. Make the most of that. Make hay while the sun shines. You'll be surprised how quickly they'll react when there's...
Wish I was closer, I'd sort it for them.
Yeah.
Can't stand these housing associations and that. They just don't care. And you're right to have that heating fixed for your child.
Yeah. It's like, if you get a bit of a leak in your roof, that's not an emergency. They'll do it as quick as they can. But if your telly's not working, it's not an emergency.
Yeah.
If your electric goes off and you've got no heating, that's an emergency.
Yeah, it's an essential service, mate.
Yeah. Water, heat, and electricity are all essential services. They should know that anyway. Even the housing association should know that.
Yeah, they're just taking the piss.
Yeah, you've just got the teenage intern,
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was going to say the youth what's it, but they don't do that anymore, do they?
No.
The YTS, that's long gone.
Yeah, the YTS scheme, yeah.
Wow, that's like gone with Thatcher, that did.
God, that's how we started working careers, wasn't it, back then? YTS scheme, £25 a year, £25 a week for a year, wasn't it?
£25 a year, you're right the first time.
Yeah.
He's going to try the MP option.
I would.
Yeah, honestly, mate, local MP.
Yeah, and what you can do is, you can email your local MP, also phone them, but also your local MP will have a Twitter account.
Yeah.
And probably a Facebook page.
Yeah.
Just do it.
And you want the £100 electric bill refunding as well.
Yeah.
Because it's their negligence.
And when you say I'm going to go to the press, when you do go to the press after 24 hours, if you haven't heard back, you don't just go to your local press. You copy in anyone.
You go
BBC,
to the national
ITV
press,
News,
BBC,
yeah, Daily Mail. It doesn't matter who you copy in. Just spam it to everybody. Some of them might not be bothered, but there'll be one that'll be like, "Oh, what's this?"
Yeah, Sun newspaper, Daily Mirror, all of them. Yeah. Journo's dream, mate, at the moment, because I
may despise the mouth-breathing rag newspapers like the Sun and the Mirror, but at the end of the day, they do take up causes for the common man sometimes, and
Yes.
for little people like us.
Ordinary folk.
I take it if you're in an HA, then you can't choose your suppliers for services and stuff.
Sorry?
I take it if you're in an HA, you can't choose your service suppliers.
No,
I don't know. I don't think so.
you can. Yeah, you can.
Can you?
If it's your own house, yeah. If it's an HA, but you're in a house and not like a block of flats, then you can, yeah.
Because then I say get onto British Gas, swap to them, and get the house.
It depends.
If that was an option.
If the boiler's in that bad a condition, British Gas may not take it, and
Yeah,
British Gas
true.
may condemn it, mate.
Yeah.
They feel
But then if
that
that's the
aggrieved.
case, if that's the case, it's the housing association need to fix that first.
Yeah, if British Gas feel that aggrieved for you, where they feel the housing association have really extracted the Michael, should we say, they'll condemn it, mate, and then the housing association are legally bound to replace it.
Yeah. And then as soon as you get it replaced, you go to British Gas and say, I want your service now.
Yeah, I will pay you to come and do it because my landlord is gash.
Yep.
It's wrong, isn't it? This day and age, you should never be without your eating.
Nope.
With an H, in case people think I'm on about dinner.
Well, you shouldn't be without that either.
Because, I've got another attachment on me. Sorry. Oh.
Chaos says, I'll say that not all suppliers have engineers that can fix boilers. Also, if the boiler was not broken by the supplier, then it isn't their responsibility to get fixed. True, but like I say, the home care, the British Gas stuff, they don't care. They just send. So it's usually dyno rod that they send.
Yeah.
But it doesn't cost us a penny. It's literally...
and they're a maintenance company for the housing association, so they'll have heating engineers that work for them, and it's their responsibility to get his heating working on behalf of his landlord.
Anyway, I mean, hopefully you'll get it sorted soon, but don't be afraid to be the mouse that roared and just say, you've got 24 hours, otherwise I go to everybody I can think of.
I've been done
because nowadays the threat of being named and shamed on social media is quite significant to companies and organisations. It's bad PR. They don't want it.
Oh yeah.
It only takes one sad story, with somebody who's vulnerable, and suddenly the press is all over it.
And they can't have a moan at you for going to your MP because that's your human right, mate.
Yep.
Well, that's a point. Would he be able to do something under the Human Rights Act under unnecessary fucking suffering or something like that?
We don't.
Excuse my F-bomb.
I don't think we actually have a Human Rights Act anymore.
Oh, don't we? Is that gone since we went bye-bye?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, that's.
But I think there's other laws that cover like the basic dignities.
Yeah.
It's the fact that he's got a disabled son.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Breathing.
Yeah.
So, for that fact alone, he should have his boiler working, and his housing association should sort it. I've done it for my niece. My niece had the exact same problem. Her heating went off, and she had a young baby.
Yeah.
She was getting shouted back from the council and that, and I said, just give us your account number, give me permission to talk to him, and I'll go on and sort it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's with most things like that, you're talking to the disinterested, disenfranchised person in the call centre who doesn't care.
No.
I've done that job, so I know. It's not that they don't care, but you're the 500th person they've talked to who's got a complaint or an issue, and they're just trying to get the job done and go home. So they don't know you from Adam, and they'll just treat you like everybody else.
Yeah.
But as soon as you say, actually, this is the situation, you have to do something, usually they're like, oh, right, okay, yeah. So they'll try and hope that you don't know what they need to. They count on the fact that you don't know what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
If you do, of course, then that's good for you and bad for them, so they'll just get it sorted.
You
have to kind of shout about it.
Look, if you don't get this fixed and this happens, I'm going to hold you responsible.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you're putting the onus on them then, and then they don't want that, so they'll
absolutely
get it.
Not.
Cool, no, they'll be like... Yeah, they won't want that responsibility, mate.
The weird thing is his son got ill because they're sleeping in the cold, and they just laughed it off and said they're bullying the advisor.
Really?
I don't want to speak to an advisor, mate. You want to go the next step up, a supervisor or a manager, speak to them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once they get a phone call from the local MP, what's going on with this person? I will check back to see what the resolution is. Suddenly they'll turn up, go, oh, hello, mate, all right.
I mean, when I used to work for a cable company, it was only cable TV. You know, it's not an urgent thing, but we used to get letters from MPs sometimes saying about,
Yeah.
And that's just for people's cable TV, and we'd be like, yeah, we'll deal with that one now. Get it fixed, get it sorted.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It doesn't take much, does it?
Nope. But for most places, you know, you won't get very far until you make that kind of threat. I don't mean threat, but, you know, until you make them realise you're not just somebody who's going to go, okay.
Yeah.
Until
you're not
until
some
they
kind of chud muppet that's going to disappear into the background. You're going to stand your ground.
They'll always take the path of least resistance, which at the first is saying, sorry, we can't help you.
Yeah.
And most people will go away. But if you don't, then they'll be like, okay, well, maybe we'll have to do something.
Well, all of these people are told to bump people, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, if someone rings up, blah, 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 go, you know, you bump them first, and then if they don't go away, then it goes to this, then it goes to that.
Yeah, it's just triage, isn't it? It's just triaging everybody.
You know, and it does. It drives them nuts. You know it goes on. And you're like, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Control, Alt, Delete. Yeah.
I don't think this head is going to fit.
But no, he should be going
I
through
think
that.
his rather fantastic hair is going to get in the way and cause rather fantastic issues. Which is a shame. Because his hair is pretty fantastic. But yeah, I hope you get it sorted soon though, dude.
Well, yeah, it's like I say, it's just an unnecessary worry, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, Paul Lines has said if you need any help working out a difference on the usage drop him a private message. As he works for an energy company and he can work it out for him.
Oh, that's nice of you, Paul. Well done, mate. A damn nice gesture.
Yep. I was kind of hoping that someone in chat might actually be an engineer that could go out to Alco and fix it for you, mate, but that would have been nice, wouldn't it? Thanks for all the advice. I appreciate it, he says. No, I hope you get
What
it
we're
sorted
here
soon,
for, mate. We may not be experts, but we'll try our best to find someone that is. We like to help each other out at the end of the day. That's what it's all about.
Another thing is there like an area Facebook group? Where I live, we have like a group that everybody goes in, and then they
yeah, we have a chat
dude. Like a Facebook, what, for local handymen and stuff?
Yeah.
go on there and just tell them what you're having and what problems you're having. And a man may know a man who knows a man who knows the boss.
Who's got a man with a van?
Yeah. Well, my brother-in-law works for them. He'll go in and have a word with the RM in the morning. That'll be sorted.
Yeah.
There is always someone out there that knows a bloke that knows the bloke.
Yeah.
This guy's fantastic hair is just in the way of the collar. I might not. Well, I might be able to get it to fit, but it might not look natural. It looks like he's got. It looks like he's got goiter. He's got this big round bulb under his jaw.
Oh yeah, God, I ain't had that word for years.
So,
Goiter.
He's got a goiter. He's got a goiter. Look at that.
You've got a right bit of goiter going on here.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
just
got a
glue it in.
goiter.
You know what? I'm going to Colin it. I'm just going to glue it in and see what happens.
Yeah, goiters and ganglions. Whatever
Screw it
happens.
and glue it. That's your method, isn't it, Cole?
Screw it and glue it.
Screw it, let's glue it.
Yeah, you get on Tommy Walsh with it, mate. Glue and screw. Glue and screw.
I had a ganglion a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Somebody, I don't know who it was, might have been you, Colin. Somebody told me to whack it with a Bible.
Yeah.
What the hell's a ganglion? What?
A ganglion on my wrist.
Yeah.
Do you mean
So-
like a little blob of skin?
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's like
more like a
bristle.
big- yeah,
Like a little skin tag, like a little bleb.
No,
Right.
it's internal, mate.
right where your carpal tunnel is.
Oh, you mean like hang on.
And it presses on your nerves.
You mean like there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Does it look like a blob?
yeah.
Yeah.
I can see my bits moving under my skin if I do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Luke Skywalker with skin on.
Oh, yeah. It's basically, dare I say, it's like a tit under your skin.
He's got a tit on it.
Yeah, honestly, it's like a big nipple, mate. That's the best way to describe it. I can't think of any other word to describe it. Apologies if you're offended. No offence, mate.
But yeah,
Right, well,
somebody
now I've
said
got the.
they used to whack it with a Bible in the old days.
Yeah.
I thought, ain't
No,
good.
yeah. Nowadays we have doctors, so you know.
Yeah.
Whack it with the Bible. Who said do that? What century are they living in? So I've glued this guy's.
Me, 1811 12, mate.
I've glued this guy's head on. Unfortunately, I've got him looking left and he's shooting to the right, so he's looking the way he's turning, but he's actually firing. And he's like going, I'm not even going to look where I'm shooting because I'm that badass.
Yeah, that's because you can't stand seeing what he's going to hit.
I may have to give him a sword instead, or something, a different arm, because it's going to look stupid if he's firing off to the right, but he's looking to his left. Maybe he's just going, my hair is so fabulous, I don't even need to look where I'm aiming. It is fabulous. He does look fabulous. Hang on, I can hear no. You've got a gun on the back and everything.
Gunnage. Exhausted.
Look how much you've actually done compared to me, who's done bugger all. Look at that. New for 2021, tank. Now with 50% more tank.
It's got guns.
Guns on it.
Lots of guns.
It's got pingy bits.
Yeah,
I'm quite impressed how you're changing the focus here, Colin, without and moving the screen around without actually touching the buttons.
I know, it's brilliant, isn't it? So
I don't want to know what you're pressing the button with, but
yeah, if I do that, you go full screen, see, like that. Yeah, it didn't work, did it?
Dad wasn't on the ball. Dad fail. Dad fail.
That's what I'm waiting for Ted to say bold, isn't it?
And waiting.
Yeah, he's brilliant, isn't he? What are you waiting for?
Right, so I am pretty much... Oh, I see what I could... Oh, I know what I can do. Oh.
I've got loads of aerials that can go on as well, haven't I? Got 4 of them.
Are you going to magnetate them?
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know whether to magnetite them or just glue them on, to be honest, because I'm not playing the game, am I?
No, so you're not going to have to store it and transport it, are you?
No, so I might just whop them on there.
You know what I'm going to do?
What's that, mate?
I'm going to be brave. You're going to be impressed with me, Cole.
Oh, God.
Because I've dropped a bollock with this guy looking... Because he's got fantastic hair.
Are you just going to go for it? You are, aren't you?
Let me... Oh, hang on. Let me... Oh, hang on. Wait, what? I'm looking through my options here. Options.
Do I need to sit back in the chair in case tentage ensues?
No. I'm having thoughts.
Oh, dear.
I know. It's never a good thing, is it?
Quick, someone call a policeman.
Hello, Mr. Policeman.
Hello, Mr.
Right.
Policeman.
What I'm going to do... Where's his hand? Where is the hand? That is... Yeah, okay, this guy has...
I'll just put it in full screen, yeah, go on.
Oh, he's got to flip it. Oh, you... Oh, you... Fuck nut. Oh. I was going to cut... He's holding out his arm, right, with a bolt pistol in it, or shotgun. I was going to cut off his hand and add the hand that's carrying a big, like, Space Wolves axe, because he's looking to the left.
Yeah.
So I need him doing... But they've got a purity seal going from his hand across his arm. It's like, oh, you flange nuts.
That's
really
right. You can lose that, can't you?
No, because it covers up the detail on his actual arm.
No.
So I'm like, oh, for the love of baby Jesus. I may have to see if I can swap the arms around, but I don't know if they all have the same. I assume they'll have the same body, and therefore they can.
I would have thought that you could. How can I say? Make some adaptations.
Well, that's what I was going to do, but see, on this sprue here, I've got this hand holding a battle axe.
Yeah.
And I was going to cut that hand off and glue the battle axe hand on here, so so he can look to his left. It doesn't really matter, but I can't because of that flipping purity seal. You absolute chunder knuckles.
Scout Modelling Chaos says there are blokes in the NRA in America going, I don't think that tank's got enough guns on it. Do you know, I think you might have a valid point there, because we got six boomsticks going on the side here with turrets on.
Look at the boomsticularity.
And dare I say it, I don't think I'm quite finished with additions yet, because I've got all the stuff that I've got to 3D print this week, which is going to be like balls and chains and stuff hanging off of things.
Balls.
Teeth, you know, the big...
Teeth. Guns.
The big old metal bit with the old teeth cut out of it. That's got to go on.
There's no way to talk about your good lady wife.
Jaws. Yeah.
Oh, these torsos aren't all the same. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly pleased with it, how it's coming out. I'm happier now that it's going back together.
Yeah.
Because it's like anything, when you cut so much off of something, you think, am I going to get this all beginning to look something normal? And I don't think it's come together too bad.
I'm not sure you can do anything normal, Carl.
No, I've tried.
I'm pretty sure normal is not in your pantheon of doability.
Nah, normal's for ordinary folk. I can't do normal.
Normal's for little people, isn't it, really?
I'm so glad I listened to you when you said all kit.
You're happy now, aren't you?
I am. I thought I was doing all right going for Berlin camo, but I much prefer the freedom I've got doing it this way.
When you said I'm going to paint it Berlin camo, in my brain, my reaction was,
yeah.
Those exact words.
Well, I didn't know about orcs, did I? Oh, he's gone.
Fox is gone.
That's why I didn't get an answer. Here he comes.
Screen.
Here he is. I was saying to him earlier, Dad, this happened to me last night, mate, didn't it, when I was in with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we messaged StreamYard and they were like, yeah, we kind of know about it. Well, all right then.
Brilliant. How about you just fix the damn thing?
Yeah.
Or how about, if you know about it, how about you actually tell people you know about it so they know it's not just them?
Yeah, I mean, we've all been through our Windows settings and all of that gubbins, haven't we? But
well, it's like you said to me, maybe it's your broadband, and I suddenly thought, well, no, because I'm instantly back in the moment I press the button, so it's not.
Yeah, it's only knocking you from the green room, isn't it?
Yeah, enter the green, knocking you to the guest bar, if you wish. If you will.
Phil East is asking me what's the paint plan? He says rusted or colourful or both at once. It's going to be done as Bad Moon Orcs, which is yellow.
Yeah, and it's all so it's going to be battered.
It's going to be 50 shades of yellow, and it's going to have the shit kicked out of it. So it's going to be as rusty as anything. Yep. There's going to be checkers involved at all kinds of weird angulars.
Angulars, you say?
Yeah. Bit of chipping, bit of this and a bit of that, mate. So
yeah. If you don't know, orcs don't make their vehicles in a factory. They basically find things on the battlefield and just stick them all together. They A-team it.
Yeah, they're looted basically. They loot the Baneblade and any equipment and then just throw it all on there and you hope it works.
And did you know another interesting lore fact in Warhammer?
What's that, mate?
Baneblades are so valuable to the Imperium of Man that if a Baneblade is lost on the battlefield, let's say the Imperium has sacrificed 10 million Imperial Guard to win a battle.
Yeah.
If in that battle a Baneblade is destroyed or captured, they will send another 10 million men to recover it.
Bloody hell.
They would throw endless waves of Imperial Guard, which are cannon fodder, at it to get it back because they are that valuable on the battlefield.
I think this one might be worth the odd point.
There's one too.
But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to painting it, but I'm not going to paint it immediately. It's going to be put to one side so I can think about the cunning plan, and then I can be doing the electronics whilst I'm thinking of it. Because, yeah, I want to have a look at some photos and some weathering techniques and that, and get my head round on where I want it. I've got to get some, excuse me, barbed wire from Forge World.
Is it Forge? I think it was Forge World.
Yeah, there's some, was it photo etched barbed wire or something he was on about?
Yeah, I've got some in my box behind me, and I got it out the other day when we were talking, but I think it's Forge World, I'm not sure. Yeah,
there's going to be a bit of subtle lighting in there, movable turrets, that sort of thing.
Movable turret, da-da-da-da-da.
So yeah, it's one of them.
You're going to have to do a stomper call at some stage.
Yeah.
What's a stomper? Is that the teapot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do one, mate.
Yeah.
Right, I've decided, even though that arm is pointing off that way.
Yeah.
And he's looking all fabulous over here, and this arm's going to be holding the at least the steering wheel then, the handlebars. I think that works, because if I have him tilting that way, if I wiggle it so he tilts a bit,
yeah,
it looks like he's shooting over here, but he's so fabulous because of his hair that he doesn't even have to look where he's shooting. He just hits the target.
Oh.
I might have to call him Captain Fantabulous because of his fantabulous hair.
There you go. Look at that, Fox. Oh, you know you want it.
I need to build more Baneblades now.
I am wicked, ain't I? But yeah.
If I can take comfort in one thing, it's that in my future I will build more Baneblades.
And of course, don't forget, Fox, in the background, 432.
Dad, a 432 was mentioned.
Oh,
There it is. Look. Oh, that's 432.
Can you make it look like a rhino though?
A what?
A rhino.
Oh, I'm sure I could.
Panzer's off. Apparently,
No
I think.
worries, mate. You take
Philly's,
care, pal.
Philly says I would suggest to use pinks as a base coat for the yellow.
Yeah, it's a good shout, mate. I always spray yellow over pinks.
And I would suggest myself, it might work with yellow or red. If you're doing a pre-shade coat,
Yes.
try brown, not black.
Yeah.
I did brown when I did my Red Orc Flyer, and it worked so much nicer than black because it's a warm colour and it kept the red warm where the shade was.
So if I want a nice deep red, I always spray it over a yellow base coat.
Hang on, sorry, I lost you then. I was fiddling with my earpiece. If you want what, sorry?
If I want a nice deep cherry red or Ferrari red, I always spray it over a yellow base coat.
Yeah. But yeah,
If you're
doing a pre-shade, try it with the... It might not work. It worked perfectly with the red, though, but it might work.
Yes.
So try a brown rather than black, because black's really cold, so...
Yeah, do it with a warm brown. It just, yeah. Must admit, I am looking forward to doing the paint job.
I would say some of the Games Workshop colours, but if you're going to spray it, then you don't want to... You can use them, but it's a faff to decant them all from the pots, but...
It's one of those, I really don't know which way to go, whether the brush paint or spray paint. I'm really not certain at the moment, mate.
I mean, brush paint will be more true to the orcs who will just slap paint on. There is a squig called a paint squig.
Yeah.
Which is basically, it's a squig that has hair at one end that you can make into a point. And it also produces coloured, I suppose you could call it ink. If you squeeze it, it produces a liquid. Because it's a creature.
Yeah.
It produces a liquid that can then be applied like paint.
Ooh.
Or you can just get paint and dip the squig in it.
Yeah, it's...
But I think if you brush paint it, you may lose the will to live.
Yeah, but it's authenticity, isn't it? That's what they would do. You'd basically brush paint it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, true. But then if you want to go for authenticity, it would have been painted previously by someone else before the orcs got it.
Of course, and then they would have added their bits and pieces to it afterwards by brush.
Yeah, but I don't know how far down the rabbit hole you want to go. I'd just say paint it however you want, dude. But something that big and fiddly and bits and sticking out, you probably lose the will to live if you brush paint it. Trust me.
Yeah,
especially if it's like 2 or 3 coats. Oh, you'd be like, oh god, how much now?
Yeah.
Cops off now, Carl, at making models.
All right, mate. Yeah, no worries, Carl.
Take care, Carl.
Take care, mate. Yeah, for now, I'm switching for tonight's for tomorrow. It's half of the company. See you all soon. Yeah, good luck, mate. Take care out in the field, Carl, and look forward to chatting to you soon, mate.
Yeah. We know things, don't we, Carl?
Absolutely. Yes, we do.
We know things.
We know things. We know
Can't
things.
talk about yet.
No.
Carl knows what we're talking about.
It's imminent, though, isn't it? Because
things are underway.
Edward Leonard says, I squeeze my squishy all the time and it changes colours.
Yay!
Yeah, I squeeze my squishy and I start squinting.
I squeeze my squishy and now eyeglasses.
Yeah. Richard Pezzle saying night to Carl. As is Edward Leonard, as is Lynn. Yeah. What you been up to, Lynn? Anything good, darling? You're keeping well, yeah?
She had visitors today, didn't she?
Edward Leonard's with a K.
Tomorrow.
Oh, Lynn had visitors, yeah. Gemma saying night to making models.
Does your squishy make a noise when you squeeze it, Edward?
Yeah. Yeah.
And does it lose its flavour when it's on the bedpost overnight?
I think we are getting close to that primer stage, I must admit.
Oh, I'll tell you what though. When I do my Baneblade, I'm going to get so bored doing the chipping. Because I've been chipping my limb. As I'm getting older now, I'm getting less tolerant. And when I'm doing chipping, I love doing it, but I get bored so quickly.
Yeah.
I think with my Baneblade, it might be sponge chipping. I think.
Yeah, that would probably work better, wouldn't it?
It's not the looks. It's just there's so much. Imagine brush painting chipping over the Baneblade.
It's a lot of surface area, isn't there? And all the crooks and nannies and all of that.
Because I'll have to do all the base colour, like the highlight colour, and then I'll have to do all the rust underneath. And it won't be a 3-stage chip. Trust me on that one.
Yeah, I've got all kinds of gubbins to add to it as well. And
that's actually a proper orc term, you know.
Gubbins.
That's what they call mechanical bits.
All of that gubbins and stuff.
Yeah, they're actually called gubbins.
Yeah, because I've got kinds of, wires and barbed wire I want to put on there. And detritus. It's like anything in it. It's, get the base colours down.
See if on eBay, or even if you can 3D print them, see if you can get some, like, Space Marine helmets.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you probably can from somewhere get hollow ones.
Yeah.
But there are, sometimes when you get vehicles, like you get Chaos vehicles, you get like a Space Marine helmet that you can put on the vehicle like it's a trophy.
Yeah.
So have a look around and see if you can find any like Space Marine helmets and stuff that they could, because they might have them decorating the vehicle perhaps.
Yeah. Sort of tokens almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't
goodness.
They wouldn't have things like a Space Marine strung up on the side because they'd just kill him. And orcs aren't that smart, but
I have got aerials of goodness that I can put on actually.
Yeah, you should have loads of them. I think at least 2.
Four.
You'll have all the spare. I think they come on the spare sprue anyway. So yeah, I think I'm happy with this guy shooting up and not looking where he's shooting. I think his hair is so fabulous that it makes him unable to miss his target.
Fantabuloso fabulous.
Captain Fantabulosity.
I've got another gun there.
Look, oh hello. You're not doing your job right, are you, if you're leaving guns on there?
Yeah.
Part timer.
I've got some more guns there as well.
Slacker.
Don't you start me.
You're leaving guns unattached.
I know, because I was thinking of paintage and all of that lot.
Oh, is that what you're saying now, is it?
Yeah, that's the excuse I'm coming up with. Very feeble excuse, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're not buying it, are you?
Look at the fibularity.
Contrafibularities. That's Blackadder, wasn't it? Contrafibularities, wasn't it?
It's what?
Wasn't that Blackadder when Robbie Coltrane or whoever it was doing the dictionary of all the words? Contrafibularity.
Oh no, this is it's the Bardic Broadcast YouTube channel.
Oh right.
You know that why is Warhammer Quest so great?
Yeah.
And he's like, this is the barbarian. Look at the muscularity. And I've stolen that completely because it's such a great phrase. Oh hello. Bomb, 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 aye, bomb, bomb. I hope you get that. I hope you get that.
Frog chorus, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Good girl. I like it when somebody gets my arcane 1980s humour.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what else have you been up to, Carl? How's life treating you at the minute?
It's that in-between thing, because as you know, I'm waiting for a major operation, so I can't really get into anything too much because you don't know when you're going to get the phone call. But
yeah. So
I'm kind of
in limbo,
and I get frustrated at that. As you know, I like to build, and build.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of stagnating at the moment because I've got loads of projects that I want to finish, but I've also got loads of new projects I want to start. And I'm kind of getting the ump with it, if I'm honest, because I kind of just want it done and dusted now and out of the way.
Yeah. Have you got any sense of time on it yet, like timescale, or did you just not know?
As soon as I've had my second vax, they're going to let me know, mate.
Cool. I assume it's the kind of thing that, I know a lot of stuff's getting postponed right now, but I assume it's the kind of thing that they just go ahead and do anyway, regardless, because it's important.
Yeah, because it's tumour, isn't it?
Yeah. They're not
Yeah,
just going to
that's,
say, yeah, we will do it when we can, but right now we can't. But
yeah, but because they're, I've got a weakened immune system anyway, it's problematic because the wound has to be kept open for 72 hours with a drain and all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
did you keep the receipt? Did you keep the receipt for your body?
Yeah.
Can you get a refund?
Oh, my boy turned around because may sound morbid. Me and my missus have already done all our funeral stuff. It's basically they come and collect you, cremate you, and that's it. All done, dusted, paid for. But my youngest lad come out with the ultimate. Well, can't I just weigh the old man in first because he's going to be worth a bit with all of that metal in him? Like, cheers, son. Your support is duly noted.
Yeah.
He's like,
or can you just can you put him through a sieve to get all that out so we can sell it?
Yeah. Oh, he's priceless, but yeah. But that is like. They said, are they going to get all that in you? And I went, oh, really?
They only say they love you, really. They say it with love, and also they need the money.
Yeah.
Gemma said, "Cheers, folks! I got the Frogs chorus tune stuck in there."
Could be worse. Could be worse, Gemma. I could ask for it to be played for you. I wouldn't be that cruel because of the time of night. But
I'm really resisting the urge to say that now. I think she's smart enough that she's probably got it turned off anyway. So
yeah, but I wouldn't. Not this time of night. I wouldn't do it to you.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
You know me so well, you.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I told you, you're like 12 years old.
I am.
You tell a child not to do something, it's how we get him to do it.
I am proper 12 years old, and I'm happy to be so.
The best way to get a kid to do something, tell him not to do it.
Oh yeah.
No, don't eat those vegetables. Nom nom nom. Good
Yeah,
lad.
but I want that one. I want that one. But I want that one.
Looks like a willy, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah, why can't I have that one? That's the beauty of these. If in doubt, add a gun.
If in doubt, pants come down. No, wait, that's the wrong one. Yeah, I'm waiting on my... So Mama Fox has had her jabs now, talking to doctors. So I'm waiting on mine at the minute. I spoke to the doctor last week.
Yes.
I phoned him up and said, hi. I called about something else. And I said, while I've got you on, what's happening with the old injections? Because I'm not 50 yet, so I'm clearly at the bottom rung of every ladder. And they went, oh, no, you should be in the next few weeks. We'll be giving you a call.
Next few weeks, mate, they're doing 50 to 56, aren't they?
Yep. I'm not even 50 yet. So I'm on the bottom rung of every ladder.
You're as
But
near
they
as
said,
damn
yeah.
it.
They'll say, yeah, I'll be in the next few weeks. We'll give you a call. I'm like, cool.
Yeah. You've got a vulnerable mum, though, at the end of the day, so it should count for something, mate.
Yeah, but it's not like we're on the registered shielding list.
Yeah.
Because it's just, Mama Fox is old, but not registered as anything. It's just she's just old.
Yeah, it's like my mum. My mum's 111, 12, and it's like...
Yeah, she still kicks your ass.
Oh, yeah. She's a little pocket rocket, my mum, mate. Yeah, my mum's claim to fame. She once hit giant haystacks with her handbag.
I get this impression that your mum is like every landlady of the Queen Vic distilled into one single person.
Oh, yeah, she's exactly like Barbara Windsor was.
Yeah.
She's that type of... She's got the same cackly laugh and all of that lot, but... Oh, mate. Yeah. When she goes, she goes.
Check your chat.
Edward Leonard has done a $4.99 super chat. He says, squishy and squashy are movers, but scrotum likes to float. It is possible to have a lazy jellyfish. I don't know. And maybe it's because he is small. Thank you very much, Edward. Much appreciated, my friend. Much appreciated. And
I reckon he just likes to float because the other two are big enough to get the water moving. So he just sits there and lets them do all the work. I think he's a bit smart, that one.
Oh, definitely.
Can you feed him directly? Can you Edward? Can you give him food so the others don't get it, so he doesn't end up the runt? Can you how do you get him to grow bigly? That's the thing you want.
Yeah.
We don't want anything to happen to little scrotum.
See, I think them big guns can go there as well. Oh, we've got gunnage there. Oh, we haven't got gunnage over here, have we?
You know Festa's happy when his sentence includes "I think" and guns.
Oh, yeah. Have you a bit of that? Perfect.
Get you one. Get you some.
Get you some of that, my old son.
Catch a ride. Do. See, I'd be tempted to do a Baneblade in the Borderlands style, but I'd die of old age doing all the ink outlining. It'd take forever.
Oh, yeah, but that would look absolutely stunning.
Yeah, but I lost the will to live when I was doing George's Cesabe, doing all the outlining. It was like, oh God, how much more?
You've got to admit, though, that was absolutely beautiful work.
Well, I never like to say that about my own work. I always hate my own work, but yes.
I loved it, mate. I've said it to you many a time. It's absolutely amazing to watch.
My big worry now is that it's sat in that box.
Yeah.
It's all packed up in a case.
Yeah.
In a storage box, all wrapped up and padded up, waiting to go to George. It's been there for a year.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that he's going to get it and open it up and it's going to all seized up and all fused together in the paint. And it's like crack, break, snap. I'm terrified.
Have you not thought of popping it out the box just to have a looky-loo?
No, because that's even more terrifying.
Oh,
Plus, it was so hard to actually pack it into the box without breaking anything.
Yeah, and I know what you're like as well. You'd open it and go, oh, whilst I've got it open, I can snap a bit more weathering.
Yeah, no. I know myself too much. But yeah, so my big fear is he gets it and it's been in the box so long that it's kind of, hopefully not anyway.
So I had a flat surface, Fox. So I stuck
I
some guns on it.
This seems correct. Oh, look at that.
I just need to get the glue to set a bit better. I might have to give that a warm up with a bit of the old. Who'd you be calling me watching my flip?
Have you got any guns in your orc bits, like orc weapons that you can stick on? That aren't just all Imperial weapons?
Yeah, I've got loads of orc greeballs that I'm going to be adding to this bad boy.
I'm just thinking of like getting some orc weapons on it as well. Like shoot. You know what orcs called? Do you know what orcs call guns?
No.
Well, the ones that shoot bullets are just called shooters.
I thought you was going to say guns for a minute.
They're called shooters.
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 Oh, cool. Perfect for me then. Shooter, innit?
Basically, you are orc.
Don't know what this bloke is, but look at that. What's he?
I don't know. Make your screen big. Make screen big. Foxy with eyes. That is the bloke off one of the vehicles. That's the. It's a big gun. It's basically a guy built into the gun. You could put that on the.
I know what that is. He's part of the custom booster build, isn't he?
Yeah, custom booster blaster.
That's
but having said that, put him in the turret and see what it looks like.
Oh no! I've got other dudes there. Oh, I've got that lot. Let's see what that dude is. Because I know for where if I put him in the turret, I'm not going to put him in the booster blaster, am I? I've got geezer with big daggery knifey thing.
Big chopper. That'd be a chopper.
He could.
He could be the bloke in the turret. Like the commander's always waving a sword around, but I know he's underneath your super chat thing again.
Let's get rid of the super chat brand.
That's one of 40 people you can have on this tank.
Yeah. Oh, let's leave that off for a minute. He could be there. He could be over there. No, he won't.
I think you need to buy a shitload of orcs or print off a shitload of orcs.
Yeah, I've got all kinds of dudes.
Is this from your eBay purchases?
Yeah, bits of wooden fence. And,
yeah.
Got all of that to go on. Guns. Got some geezer there with a big gun.
Oh yeah.
See, so he could probably
He's got his little
poking his head out somewhere.
It's like a pistol thing.
Yeah. I've got posts and shit.
Posts and shit.
So I can have a flag on it.
Flag in it.
Yeah. Whatever that is. Whip. Got an arm with a axe. It's got loads of bits and bobs in there.
You can have fun with that.
Gunnage, swords, spikes, helmets, guns.
I can hear Dad typing.
I'm not.
I can hear someone's typing.
Got another turret with a gun.
There's guns in it.
guns,
Yeah.
innit? So yeah, got all of that. But you've got me thinking. You got me thinking now. I've got to do it because you asked me to.
What's that? No, I don't think you should sacrifice the guy from the custom booster blaster. Is it actually the same size?
Nah,
Does it fit now? Not that that would stop you.
no.
I think it's definitely worth you browsing through the orc section of the Games Workshop website to just look at the figures and see if anything tickles your fancy.
Yeah, it's got to be something to add to it, isn't there?
Because there's like squads of dudes and all kinds of things that you could cannibalise.
Yeah.
And then try and find one that's cheap.
Oh yeah, there's symbologies, shields with faces on.
Yeah. All over it somewhere you will find, if it's orc, there would be like metal plate cut into the shape of the orc head. You know, like the kind of orc symbol shape.
Yeah.
So you have lots of things like that and skulls and stuff, like that orc skull shape cut into it. And I was going to say it might be worth trying to find some orc decals, but to be honest, a lot of the symbols you could just hand paint.
Yeah.
Like the orc skulls and stuff.
I do like that little dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would sub. Yeah, yeah. Why am I doing voices and stuff? Because I am.
Because of course you are.
Because I'm
12 years old.
You know, I'm 12 and a half. Oh yeah,
That's how you do it. You've got to do the voices.
So he can be standing there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to show you in a minute. You know, God, he looks like Ron Perlman.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, look. But do Ron.
Yeah, you want loads of orcs on it, but you want to make sure you pick up some grots and stuff as well.
Yeah.
All the little minions running around maintaining the guns as it's working and falling into the machinery and stuff.
Yeah, could have some fun with that, so I'll leave them out.
Yeah.
It's giving me an idea now for the booster blaster. That's getting done in Bad Moon and all.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would recommend you at some point have a browse through the orc section.
Yes.
Just to see what there is and say, oh, I could make that into this and that bloke could look good here, and you might get some inspirations. You might not. I don't know.
No, it's the thing is, it's all new, isn't it?
It's a thing.
As Dad says, you're teetering on the edge of the hole.
Teetering on it, it's a black hole, mate. There's no getting out.
Yeah, and
you cross the event horizon now, dude.
It's funny when I was moving stuff around yesterday for the boiler bloke. You know, there's Kshatriya.
Oh yeah.
Valkyrie. There's the Baneblade. I'm like, Fox is really inside my head now. He's got me to get all these years of subtle innuendos and dropping hints, and it's like
dropping hints like you need to make Warhammer.
Yeah, it's like
have you told the viewers the rather wonderful little story about your boiler repair guy?
No, I haven't. No, my boiler repair guy's actually one of my subscribers. He came in the last time he came out when it was through the Igniter. He was in here, and me being me, I was like, take yourself off full screen with him. Was just chatting, you know, do you want a cup of tea, mate? That sort of thing. So I made him a brew, and he stood there having his brew, and he kept looking round. He's like, I've seen this room before, he says. I went, hey? Yeah, he said, I've seen this. He said, I recognised the door. He said, I know this room from somewhere. And then he looked up and saw me hanging up, and he's like, you got a YouTube channel, mate? And I went, yeah, I have. I said, Festa 67's Workshop. Why? Oh, he said, I'm one of your subscribers. He said, I knew this room. He said, you do the Sunday show, don't you? I went, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he said, I'm one of your subscribers, mate. I was like, oh, what a small world. I was pretty
what are the odds of that?
He got a preview of everything yesterday because he saw today because he saw the big Rossi bike was on the bench.
Oh, yeah.
He was having a look at the ball tank. He said, ball tank? He said, because it's a ball in it.
It's a ball in it.
Yeah, it was quite, yeah.
That's cool. I like that story. That's
I mean, you know, it didn't ask for a signed picture or anything like that, but it was just nice to come across someone that had actually senior work and was chatting to you about how they see you as a viewer, like, you know, and it, for me, that was valuable feedback. You know, I'm like, you know, do you like the shows? Do you like this? Is there anything different that you'd like to do or see? You know, and he's like, "Oh, you do like your feedback?" Then I went, "Absolutely, mate."
Yeah, because the whole point is, you know, feedback's.
Yeah, I said, you know, if my show sucks, mate, tell me. I'll understand. I'm big enough and ugly enough. Lynn says that's a nice story. Yeah, it's nice, Lynn. Dad had a similar thing where he came across someone that had recognised him from one of the Hangout live streams, and you know, I can't remember what he said to you now, Dad, but he recognised you, didn't he?
Yeah, it was I was shopping in Asda, and he had his granddaughter with him. And he said, "Oh," he said, "do you go on YouTube doing live streams?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, I've seen it on the live stream."
It's nice for us because we're not TV celebrities, so it's the thing that's never really gonna. It might happen once in our life, and that's it. You'd be really lucky, I think. It's happened to me once, and that was not even directly to me. I went into my local Warhammer store, and I'd been in like the week before. And Chris, the manager, he said, I meant to tell you last time you came in, we had a customer in the other day. He said, you know, when you came in and you were looking at something and we were talking to that guy at the table, I said, yeah. He said, well, after you'd gone, one of the customers was at the table painting, and he says, was that bloke from YouTube? And he said, what do you mean? He said, that bloke, was that modelmakingguru guy? Because his voice sounded just like him. And he's like, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
but
cool.
It is, isn't it? It's strange when people sort of, I wouldn't say get starstruck, but we had it a few times back in the day where you would invite people that were in your chat into your Hangouts. And when they first came in, they would just sit there going, "Oh, I can't believe I'm sat here in an Hangout with you guys," and blah, blah, blah. And it was surreal, Dad, wasn't it? Because you're like, we're only middle-aged blokes building model kits, just the same as you. But
yeah, we're chuds the same as you. It's just
Dave was a prime example. Davey, who I do my lives with, the first time we got him in one of our off-air Hangouts, he was kind of, I'm only used to seeing you all in the chat. It took him a while to get used to it, you know, and it was strange. Whereas now, he gets the giggles when we've done it since with other folk where they've come in and he's like, yeah, he said, I felt like that. We all met up at E-Models for the first time, wasn't it? It was, finally get to meet you. And it's, we're just ordinary people.
Word of advice for anybody building these motorbikes, don't keep taking the handlebars on and off because you'll snap the peg off like I've just done.
Oh, no. Drill it. Can you drill it and peg it?
No, it'll glue on anyway. It's just a nice wrong. Flat bit. So.
That sounded so very wrong.
Can you glue it? Glue it. Glue it.
Can you glue it and peg it? No, don't, no.
I think I'll be forced to glue it on now, I think, and then, because I was just wondering how I could sub-assemble it. And
yeah. Phil East says there, I actually saw you at the Gunpla event in York, Fox. It was before you showed your face on YouTube, though.
A Gunpla event in York? I didn't go to a Gunpla event in York. I don't think. I was at... Hey? I didn't do a Gunpla event in York. If you mean there was Japan Cool was going to do one and I was going to go to it, but I didn't, and it was good that I didn't because it was apparently an absolute failure. I've not been to York.
Philly says just having one tiny Gretchen controlling that whole tank would be pretty funny.
It would be. It would be kind of cool.
Mayhem's going, that's a big effing tank. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, damn straight.
Oh, yeah, Philly says, grab a box of grots and have them hanging off the guns, etc. It's only about 12 quid for 10. Yeah, absolutely, mate.
I don't believe it. They give you a big mould line down the middle there.
Yeah.
And you think, I don't have to worry about that because I'll cover it up with the armour that goes over the top. The armour that goes over the top has a big mould line right down the middle. A big gap. It's like, so it's the same then.
Lynn says, sounds like Colin's 3D printer to me, Fox. What's that? Is there a racket in the background?
Oh, no, I thought I could, remember when I thought I could hear Dad typing?
Oh, right.
It might be a printer.
No, I've got me big industrial fan going, mate, because it's a bit warm in here.
Oh no, it's like a little noise. It's not bad. It's only a very faint noise. I just wondered if I thought Dad was typing.
Oh, I
found it vastly amusing. No, leave it on, mate. It's not noisy. I just could hear it.
No, it's where it's oscillating, mate. It's just rattling. So if I just have it on stationary, it'll. Is that better?
Yeah, well, I mean, I can only hear it because it's right in my ear.
Oh,
I'm sure
sorry,
the people
mate.
watch. I'm sure the people. No, it wasn't that bad, mate. I thought it was a nice little sound. I thought Dad was typing.
Yeah, no, I can't hear it because obviously I'm as deaf as a post. You are talking to the bloke who had really loud computer fans for the first 3 years of his YouTube career before he got told there's a really bad noise in the background, mate.
Pardon?
Philly says, "Damn, I was sure I saw you in the red Converse."
I do wear red Converse.
Someone else, yeah.
No, I do wear red Converse. This is weird. I don't remember being in York. I don't remember being at a Gunpla event. Maybe I wasn't.
Phil, it probably was him, but Fox has got the memory of a goldfish.
Wait, why would... What? I don't remember. I don't remember going to York.
Lynn says, "I'll keep it oscillating if you need to." No, it's all right. I've got the fan on me, Lynn. I just normally have it swinging around to do the whole room, but it's not.
It wasn't that loud, dude. You can put it back on again. I was just curious as to what the noise was. That was all. It wasn't annoying.
No, I just have an inability to regulate my body temperature. So if
Colin,
I get hot, I keep
put it back on the way it was.
It's fine, honestly. I'm
no,
fine.
do it now. Do it now. Put it back on the way it was.
It's fine.
Not going to take no for an answer.
That's all right. I'm happy because I'm getting chillage across the gillage.
Steady, Neris.
That's all right. I'm fully clothed. I'm not sitting here. No.
I'm really worried now that I've been to some event in York and totally blanked it out.
Well, I've been to a wedding that I didn't know I'd been to, and I was convinced I hadn't gone to it until I saw myself in the wedding photos.
That's beer that does that.
And I have no recollection of the wedding. And don't forget, I wasn't, I'm not a big drinker or anything like that.
That's true.
And I just had no idea that I'd even gone to this bloke's wedding. I'm like, nah.
Well, the thing is, I do wear red Converse. When was this, Phil? Where was it? I probably have been to something because I don't know. I'm confused now.
I love this. I think this is brilliant.
I'm really confused. I say I helped out Japan Cool at Telford one year.
Yeah.
I remember doing that. But then everybody else was there anyway, so.
Yeah.
But that's all I remember. I remember that bit.
Bayham says, "Don't make me get the rolling pin." Oh, bless you. I'm absolutely fine, honestly. I mean, this is a 16-inch industrial fan that I've got in this room, so...
Have you put it back on the way it was?
No, it's not oscillating. It's coming directly at me, which is nice because it's nice and drafty.
Okay, well, if you need to oscillate it. It wasn't a problem. I was just curious as to what the noise was.
No, it's all right, mate, honestly. I'd actually forgot that it was oscillating, so...
You just like saying the word oscillating, don't you?
Yeah, because it's a word I'm getting right and multiple times, and I'm proud of it.
It's a science word as well, which makes it even better.
And it's proper... Yeah.
You're using science words.
I know. Shh, don't tell everyone.
Don't tell your missus, she'll expect more of you and you won't get away with being a kid anymore.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it pains my missus because she's got like A-levels in English and English literature and so yeah, she's very well read, bless her, and she's like, you go against everything I was taught. She said, because you destroy the language every time that thing under your nose moves. And I went, yeah, but you love it, don't you? She went, oh, yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. She said, but I cringe sometimes. I know what you're trying to say. She said, and I want to correct you. She said, but I don't want you to be offended. I said, don't be daft. Oh, worry, mate. Because no matter how much someone tells me how to pronounce something, well, you know what it's like. With me, I'll sit there and I'll do all the movements of my mouth and I'll think I'm doing it right. It still comes out the same.
It's like one of my favourite podcasts is The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe.
Yeah.
And one of the guys on that podcast, this guy called Jay, he cannot say for his life, he always pronounces things wrong and it's always a source of vast amusement. But the one word he can never say is Parasaurolophus.
Oh, right, yeah.
which is a type of dinosaur, and he just can't say it. So every time he has to say it, he's like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not even going to try and say it, because he can't say it. He can't say Parasaurolophus. He just can't get it right. And when the other hosts are like, Parasaurolophus, he's like, I can't do it.
Parasaurolophus.
Yep. Parasaurolophus.
Yes, I got a dinosaur right.
You did. Your dinosaurs are correct.
Baby steps.
Yay.
Oh, I'm so
Well, the thing
proud
is,
of
if you're actually 12 years old, then you'll always get the names right, because it's dinosaurs, which are always a pretty...
Yeah, dinosaurs are still cool, aren't they?
Yeah, 12-year-olds understand dinosaurs. I'm going to have to replace some rivets on this, I think. Namely because I've just sanded the shit out of them and they've all disappeared, but never mind. Wah, wah, wah.
That's why it won't come off, Cole, because you glued the aerial across the joint.
Hello.
What a Burke. There you go. Persuasion. Persuasion. It's saved. It's saved. Aerial's remained in
saved
place.
it?
Yeah, I saved it. Couldn't figure out why it wouldn't pop apart. That sounded wrong.
I knew a girl like that once.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
It wouldn't pop apart, I figured out, because I glued an aerial across it and she wasn't really happy with that.
Boom, boom. I can't
You're all
actually
weak
remember why I
trying to
wanted to take that off now. Why did I want to take that off?
Were you at the York thing wearing red sneakers?
Ah, that's right. It's because I was going to put some goo in these holes.
Ew.
Sorry,
I want to take
mate.
it off so I could put some goo in the holes.
Yeah.
You really don't help yourself, do you, Cole?
Ladies and gentlemen, this was a joke for the grown-ups.
Got a bit blue for the dads.
Yeah,
a bit blue for the
mums
dads.
and dads.
Yeah.
Rate per pound.
Why was it always blue for the dads and not for the mums and dads? It was always blue for the dads. Like, do the mums not get
Well, again, back then it was still very much
male dominated? Wasn't
male-dominated culture, wasn't it? And it's criminal to think that this used to be the case. It's like, really?
it? Yeah.
Because you think about it, how many women worked in factories during the war? During the war, you know, whilst the blokes were out, you know, getting shot at and all of that lot, you had a factory full of Dorises making all the guns, tanks, and all of that lot. So yeah,
Are you just complaining about the lack of equality and then you just call women Dorises?
yeah, but that's a term of endearment, isn't it? I'm not belittling them, but you know. You know
Don't ever change, Cole. Don't ever change.
You know what I mean. You're such a git. Yeah.
Here, head towards this big glass door.
Yeah, it's got a tit on it, isn't it? Yeah.
It's got a tit on it.
It's got a tit on the inside. Yeah, what's his name? Festa. You know what I mean. Women's living.
I know what you mean.
Doris's. Yeah, but it's funny. I can remember there was a bird. If I say a bird, that's wrong, isn't it? There was this Doris walking along and been, you know, a chivalrous type of geezer. You flop the door open, don't you, to help them out? And she just looked at me. She said, "I do not need a man to open the door for me." So I slammed it in her face and walked off. And she had the hump with me then because I slammed the door on her. I'm like, you moaned that you didn't want it opened. You didn't need a bloke to open it. So I thought, sod you. Open it yourself then.
Yeah. Fine, there you go.
It's like, suit yourself. I'm out of here.
We're blokes, we always get it wrong.
Yeah, we're not great, are we? We think we are. We're try to be, but it don't always work for us.
It's like if men were household appliances, we'd be a Roomba. We don't really do a lot. We have one job. We kind of barely do that.
I get escorted through the kitchen so that I don't loiter for too long.
Yep.
Banned from white appliances because I do have a bad reputation for destroying my missus's white appliances.
Yes.
But it's like anything you try, you think, I'll tell you something, I'll do that for her. She'll really appreciate the fact that I tried to help her out.
She'll really appreciate the fact that I tried to put it back together again.
And then it goes wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, but explain about the dishwasher, Colin.
Oh, here we go. The voice from the depths.
Not allowed it.
Because I put all the chrome parts for my stripped down motorbike in it. And all the chrome carburetors and all of that. Dirty components went in there, and I put it on a cycle, and I blocked all the filters up with gunk and oil. And, I had to buy a new dishwasher. I had to buy her a new dishwasher.
This all sounds fairly reasonable to me, if you ask me.
The microwave, I put a motorcycle in the tube in it because I wanted to warm up the glue for a puncture patch. And it covered the inside of the microwave with rubber.
I told you, we're just Roombas, aren't we? That's what we are.
Yeah, I tried cooking for myself once, and I put a tinned Frey Bentus pie in the microwave. That went well.
Scale Modelling Chaos says, on Monday, Colin says something about a bird, and that was on International Women's Day.
My worst one was, we hadn't lived in this house that long, and I was restoring my wife's Mini at the time, and I'd split the engine and gearbox, and the gearbox was minging, mate. Absolutely minging. So I filled the bath up with paraffin and stuck the gearbox in it without realising it was a plastic bath. That went really well.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised I didn't blow myself up, because I had a fag in me gob whilst I was in there in this bathroom full of paraffin. Yeah.
I was stripping some mechy plating off silver plated parts once on a model kit with some oven cleaner.
Oh, nice.
In a plastic tub. I had it in the bathroom just so I could like rinse them off.
Oh,
so right. Plastic tub full of oven cleaner in the bathroom, dropped it. That's a big hole in the carpet.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Yeah, that stuff eats carpets. It burns. So now you've got the big hole in the carpet and this brown stain. You have to explain to people it's not actually poop.
Oh,
no, it's not what you think it is. It's oven cleaner in a bathroom. Yeah. Oh, okay.
When I was an apprentice at a Jag dealership, I may have been rolling around in the workshop doing Steven Seagal moves with the windy gun, and a socket fired off the end straight into the Jag's windscreen.
Oh.
Yeah, that was an expensive shot. Yeah.
We watch when we used to do detailing stuff on cars. We had one of the places we did some work was an Aston Martin dealership.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they were all absolute arseholes. Couldn't stand the people there. But anyway, went there one day and they were like, there was a car going up on a ramp on the back of a truck.
Yeah.
And I said, what's happening with that? And they said, yeah, we got some guy in to wash it. Bearing in mind, we were the detailers and we did the full wash and the detail machine polishing and everything. The customer got some guy in to wash it that he likes. You know, the guy that washed his cars for him. Oh, yeah. What happened? He tried to jack it up. And it's like, he tried to jack an Aston Martin up. Did he use the official equipment? No. He used his 2-ton trolley jack.
No.
What happened? Well, it'll need a new floor and a chassis.
Yeah.
You don't jack an Aston Martin up.
No.
Not with your 2-ton trolley jack you've got in the back of your car.
No, not the thing to do.
So he said to him, so what happens now? He says, it'll be a write-off.
Yeah.
It's a big hole in the floor and the chassis is bent. Just write it off.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I really don't think I ever want to be that guy that just knackered that Aston Martin and is now out of business.
Yeah, that's an expensive one, mate, isn't it?
The thing is, he was just some valeter. So he's just written off a brand new Aston Martin in the showroom that's not even got 5 miles on the clock. He'll be out of business. His business will be shut. He won't be able to pay forward anything.
No, that's right.
That's game over, that is. And he said, but the guy whose car it was, of course, was some rich twonk.
Yeah.
Who said, oh, he's just ordered a new one. He's not really bothered.
Colin Bennett.
I'm like, yeah, of course he is. That's why he's not really bothered. That's why he's paying some chud that does a quick £5 wash.
Yeah,
to wash his Aston Martin. He said, yeah, I've told him next time we'd get you guys to do it. I was like, really? I'd rather not, actually.
Yeah, that's just shocking, isn't it?
But then on the other hand, you see, not everyone with a spanky car is a complete twonk.
Oh,
there was one guy we used to go to, and he had a DB8,
yeah,
a DB something. It was brand new, and it was probably one of the worst made cars I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
The center console on the dashboard was more rough and ready than my Land Rover Series 3. Anyway, he had a DB8, he had a Murcielago, and the missus had some enormous Porsche off-roader that was like worth billions of pounds.
Yeah.
And yet, he was the most common as muck, down-to-earth, likeable guy you've ever met.
Yeah.
His family ran a furniture place, like a furniture shop.
Oh, right.
They were minted. And what would happen was, you'd get there, the first thing that would happen is the dog would come out and say hello.
Yeah.
The dog was the size of a house, and it was some big, meaty South African thing.
Yeah.
That literally was the size of a house, and it was called Elvis. And this thing would run over to you, and it was like twice the size of a Mastiff.
Yeah.
And it was as soft as butter. It was the softest dog ever. If it knew you, it loved you, and you were brilliant. So you'd spend 10 minutes not getting any work done because Elvis would want to play with you, and you'd be like, that dog's bigger than the cow.
No.
So you play with Elvis, and then you do the cars. But what would happen was, it'd be like 10 in the morning. So the guy would come out with a couple of pints in a pint glass, saying, do you want a drink, lads? He just, there you go, lads. They were dead nice. They weren't posh at all because they just came from a common background.
Yeah.
And they'd made the money. So they had all the nice house, nice car, but they were the nicest people. And he'd come out and say, do you want a beer, lads? And it'd be like, I'll not have a beer. And you'd, like the bins at the back of the house, you look at the bins where the garage was, and there'd be like the bin full of cardboard, the bin full of glass, and then the bin full of beer cans. Thousands of them. But it was such a nice bloke. And it'd be like, right, we're just going out for half an hour, take the dogs out for a run. I've left the house open, help yourself to stuff in the fridge. This is like a multi-million-pound house. He's got like 2 million quid worth of cars up his drive, and he's saying, there you go, lads, the house is open, help yourself. Such a nice guy.
No.
So not all rich people are twonks.
No, some of them are all right, mate.
Some of them are normal.
Others can be absolute spoons, mate.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I've read them.
As you know, mate, we've all been through it with some of them. It's like, really?
Yes. I made a right mess of these guns on this bike.
Are they laughing at you?
Guns. No, I've tried to drill the barrel and it's gone all gnarly and horrible. Oh well, I'll fix it somehow.
Well, Candygram's doing you a gadget, isn't he?
Was it Candygram?
Yeah, I'm sure it was. It Candygram, yeah.
Yes, he said he'd send me a message, I think.
Yeah.
Send
Jeff,
me a message
Jeff
about a device
Yeah.
for the drilling of the barrels.
Yeah, he's all right. He's a good fella, mate.
Gemma says, Katie and Chris don't often let me near the washing up as I have a slight problem with dropping plates, flaming arthritic thumbs.
Yeah, I knew someone else was struggling with arthritis. Have you had yours fused, Gem? Because that's what the wife's about to have done with her thumbs, index fingers, and the middle finger. She's having them all fused, bless her. They're going to do one hand first, and then the next hand. So.
See, the thing with that is, living with you, the middle finger is the most important.
Well, I said to her, you do realise.
That's 50% of her communication gone with you now.
Absolutely, payback's a bitch, because whenever I walk through the lounge with me sticks, my missus always hums the Benny Hill music, you know?
Although, having said that, if she's having them fused together, that means her middle finger will now be 3 times the size.
Absolutely. Well,
so you're getting 3 times the middle finger now.
Well, this is it. She's going to end up with all the skewers, see? So she has been lined up for all the Edward Scissorhand jokes imaginable. So it's going to happen. I will regret it at some point, but my God, am I going to enjoy it?
Oh, you'll regret it at every single point there is, but...
Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
You do the Benny Hill music, you will be known as Edward Spannerhands for at least 3 months.
Which is the order of things.
She said, but I can remove the safety things off the end of the skewers and stab you with them.
Ah, there is that.
There is that. And I thought, yeah, the error of my ways has just been realised.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, love. It's fair point, well made.
Right, fair point, well made. Can I get back into the box now and hide like a girl?
Yeah. Fair point, well made.
Yeah. She had a valid point.
I shall assess my my stance on the matter.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I realise the error of my ways, and it shan't happen again.
I'll shut. If you don't need me for sir, I'll shut down now.
Yeah. She just looks at me and goes, "Bless you," she says. Oh yeah, I know.
Got to tell you, these bikes, considering they're such a simple build, they're not such a simple build.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're quite tricky.
So they're not one that should be on Festa's to-do list then?
Well, you've got no need for Space Marine bikes.
Nah.
Well, if you're doing Orcs. They're certainly better than the original ones, but they're still a bit tricksy. What are these two armour pieces? I'm trying to figure out the sub-assembulations, you see. E36 and E35. So you're supposed to get the guy on there with his handlebars and everything and build it all, but you can't paint him though. It's not that easy. Or maybe I could and just balls to the wall it. I don't know.
They had 2 flat surfaces and guns have been applied.
£3 for a pound.
Because I just thought on this side there didn't seem to be enough guns, mate.
There are never
So
enough guns.
I thought I would have a plethora of gunnage.
Are you using them big science words again?
Yeah, the dudes can be, yeah. I think we're getting a fair bit of gunnage.
My little Space Marine bikes here wouldn't even come up a third of the way up the side of that tank.
Oh, mate. And of course, I've got 6 sponsons to go on with guns and turrets as well. Yeah.
Sponsor overload.
It is, though, isn't it? The thing I like the most, you believe it or not, is the little gun on the front. I love it.
If you were to build that tank in reality, you'd actually have to fill every single interior cavity with engine.
Yeah.
All the turrets would have to be filled with engines to make the wheels go, because it weigh like 1 billion tons.
Yeah.
So what the weapons like? Actually, they're just for show, because it's all engine all the way through.
Absolutely. It's a big engine of mechanicalness. Actually, could have the engine towed along behind it, couldn't we?
Could be. Or you just get the 100 squigs pulling it.
Yeah. I do think a couple of jets along the sides would have a bit of an appeal to it.
Yeah, have a look at the engines on that Valkyrie if you've got it to hand. You'll see what I mean. Or is it hidden away?
In the old, no, it's in the conservatory at the moment.
Oh, melting.
No, it's hidden. It's hidden under other stuff.
Is that hidden so you can't see it, or hidden so nobody else can see it?
That may be hidden because no one else needs to see it.
Ah,
because obviously, there's.
because you get in trouble.
No, it's the stash is an unknown entity to the wife.
Ah,
she knows what she needs to know about the stash.
She says live on the internet.
Oh yeah, but I'm not describing what's in the stash, am I?
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Not too bad.
Paul's off. He says he's been up since 6:30 a.m.
Thanks for coming in, Paul.
Archie's off because he's going to go and have a kip.
Archie's back now, mate. Oh no, he's going to go and try again. He went back, and Andy's off as well.
Iron Man says night to him as well. Yeah, I mean, we'll probably come off at 3:30 anyway.
Yeah.
Let people go to bed because obviously Fox has got a live stream tomorrow as well. So.
Aye.
Or today, should I say?
I'm not 100% convinced I'll be doing a live stream on Sunday because it's Mother's Day on Sunday, isn't it?
So it is.
Yeah. I don't know yet. I might do, but I might not. Because I could say I might spend time with Mum Fox, but she'll just be sitting there like reading her iPad and playing Bejeweled and telling me to bugger off.
Yeah.
So I don't know yet. See what Mama Fox wants to do.
Yeah. You know what Mum and Fox will say? Haven't you got a show you should be doing? Get out from under my feet.
Yeah, she'll be like, go on, bugger off.
Yeah. And that's what I normally do with the missus. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Will you sod off to your man cave and build something?
There you go. There's permission. Gone.
Yeah, no second invite required.
See, it's tactics, you see. It's all tactics. When you're 12 years old, you've got to use the right tactics.
Absolutely.
It's like, you know, when you've got a rubbish boss who's a moron, and you
Yeah.
have to convince him it was their idea. Same kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, this has just snapped off from somewhere, but I don't know if it's a bit of sprue or something important.
But no, the Valkyrie
yes, it's the-
will be back in here tomorrow because I'll be taking the carpet up tomorrow and all the kits can come back in.
Oh wow, both pegs that hold these two halves together have both just snapped off.
Oh,
Well, one was already missing and one snapped off. That's
that's a bit
awesome.
shoddy.
Yeah.
You got any CA glue or anything?
Oh, I'll still be able to
Paper.
glue them together. It's just you've got two
Yeah.
pegs in here that locate,
Yeah.
and both of those have just, one of them snapped off there, and the other one I don't even know where it
Well,
is.
that's a bit shoddy.
Yeah. It's a bit rum, isn't it? I'll be able to figure it out. Because that one goes on there and the other one sits on the other side, so I'll be able to figure it out. It still locks in place, it's just it's not got the pegs and holes. It'll be alright. We'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out, won't you? Out.
Figure it out. I can't get it off now, there you go. I don't think this will be a quick build, because I've got all the barrels to drill out and all the exhausts. Got to drill the exhausts. I wish they'd just give you like drilled out exhausts and barrels to start with. It'd be like,
He's gone. Give him 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's back.
the funny thing is, I just looked at the screen and thought, oh, I've not fallen out for a while, and then instantly at that moment I fell out.
And that's strange.
Yeah, strange or shoddy, you decide.
Yeah,
decide.
it's annoying, isn't it?
Day 48 in the Big Brother house. Oh look, Fox has blown his trousers again.
Yeah, Comrade says, yeah, I can't stay away. Bless him. Saying night all.
Night all.
He's also saying, thanks, Lynn, need to get my body clock right again. Yeah, I've been trying to get onto the day shift for about a year. And it's gone really well for me, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And my missus is like, but why do you need to go on the day shift? You've always been a night hawk. And I'm like, yeah. But it fits in perfectly with filming because this is the time of night I normally film and do my voiceovers. So
Yeah.
it's
It's also when you film all your death metal cover songs as well, which everybody's asleep, so you can make as much noise as you want.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what my guitar playing sounds like, mate. Bloody death metal. Edward Lenders says, I've reheated some, what's that? Carbonara, and I added about Bananarama.
Oh, Carbonama.
Added a quarter cup of red pepper flakes and my head is smoking.
Oh, I forgot to say. Oh, good God, that is a lot, actually. I forgot to say, he gave us an update on the squishies ages ago. Because remember he was saying that scrotum's a bit small.
Yeah.
And he's not sure if he's been eating.
He's feeding it with or something.
We've missed a lot of chat. Oh, he says, I can feed him with a pipette. He's eating okay. Don't worry, I will take good care of him or her. I don't know. Lol, I think he's just a lazy jellyfish, plus he has no brain. I love the idea of feeding a single jellyfish with a pipette.
Oh, yeah, that'd be mint, wouldn't it?
Oh, I want to see this happen. I want to see footage of jellyfish being fed with pipettes.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I think
he's saying he's posted it, Fox.
Has he?
Yeah.
What,
Where have you posted that? Is it in the Boomer or...
I'll have to go and have a look later or tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's quite funny. It's weird to think, you know. Here's Edward, and he's got these jellyfish, and suddenly, like, a whole load of people that have YouTube channels are now in love with his jellyfish.
Yeah,
and a whole load of people in a model making group are like, his jellyfish is suddenly everybody's favourite pet.
Well, yeah, they're tranquil, isn't they? But like you say, it's probably a lot of work goes into looking after them.
Oh yeah, tranquil unless you're the owner. But it's like you know, people have got cats. Nobody cares about cats and stuff.
No.
But Edward's like, everybody on the internet loves Edward's jellyfish.
Oh yeah, and of course you do the best jellyfish impression ever. Look at that. It's the real thing, isn't it? It's proper jellyfish.
When I was younger, I had more flexible hands. I could do it better. But now I'm old and it's not the same.
He said, oh, he meant the answer, but then he says, I can post it. There you go.
Okay, cool.
Gemma says to be able to get some decent sleep would be amazing. Yeah, I'm lucky, Gemma, if I can get more than 4 hours because normally I have to get up after 4 hours because of pain. So, yeah. Iron Man 129 says his wife hates cats. Yeah, my wife's not a particular cat lover.
I love animals, but I just can't be bothered. I'm far too lazy. I'd need a pet. I'd need a pet. If I got a dog, it'd have to be like a Hollywood movie dog, where it's bizarrely intelligent enough to kind of understand anything and you say and do.
Yeah.
So it's smart and sassy and can do things by itself. So I don't need to have to, have a child in the house.
That's why I've got the fish tank. It's like, well, yeah, there's something I can just sit and oogle.
Unless you get Psycho.
Well, I've been threatened with Psycho.
Yeah, that is the downside, of course, that you get something like Psycho, don't you?
Yeah, Dad said to me, if you receive a package in a black bottle, can you just undo the lid, he said, and open it over your tank and pour it in? And I'm like, if Psycho arrives, I will shoot you.
I fed Psycho with the pipette, but he grabbed the pipette and squirted me.
It's the fact you stood there for an hour and a half trying to catch him and couldn't, and as soon as you sat down, the little git was right up to the glass staring at you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lynn says she's allergic to cats. Oh, blimey.
Yeah. I found out today. I learned today. I was listening to an episode of the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe, as always, from last year. And I found out why people are allergic to cats.
Oh, right. What's that then, mate?
And, well, also how they're trying to breed non-allergenic ones. It's nothing to do with the fur or the dander or anything like that. Basically, there is a protein in cat saliva that people are allergic to.
Oh, right, yeah.
And what happens is, of course, the cat washes itself, and this protein or this chemical, whatever it is, gets onto its fur. Then you stroke the cat, and that gets onto your hands, or it gets onto your clothes.
Yeah.
And then it gets all over the house because the cat goes around the house. So when somebody has an allergic reaction to your cat, they're actually having an allergic reaction to that specific protein that's probably floating around in the air or on a surface. They're not actually relaxed. It's not the fur. It's not the dander at all.
Yeah.
So they're now trying to breed cats using CRISPR, the gene editing technique.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what that gene's really for. It has a certain purpose, but in cats, but they're not really sure. So they're seeing if it's possible to breed cats without that gene.
Yeah.
Without harming the cat. Because if it is, then you'll have truly non-allergenic cats. Because if they don't make the protein, people aren't going to react. So they're apparently currently, well, they were until the world caught fire. They were looking into whether it's feasible to breed cats with that gene missing, if it doesn't do anything too critical. There you go. You learn something every day with me.
Psycho fish, as I heard that. It's obviously tickled Dad's feet there. Philly says, my brother got a dog 10 years ago and he's been walking a dog now for 9.5 years.
Yeah.
Gemma goes 4 hours, exclamation mark. She only gets between 1 and 2, damn pain condition. Yeah, that's why I have to get up, Gem, but normally it's like 4 hours every 36 if I'm lucky. Unless the missus gives me a Mickey Finn, of course, and then I'll get a little bit more than 4 hours.
Yeah.
Scaly Models is laughing at Psycho Fish. It's brilliant, isn't it? Psycho Fish having its own YouTube. Oh, it's unbelievable.
And the funny thing is, we still don't actually know who that is.
Well, we have an idea, but we're not sure whether we're right.
I think it's better not to say anything.
Yeah, we kind of like the mystique of it, if we're honest.
We know who it is. It's Psycho the Fish. That's who it is.
Yeah. Edward Leonard says, cats are a mess. My wife has 2 and I don't like them. Excuse me.
Steady Neris.
You can spend more time cleaning up after them than anything. Plus, I'm allergic to them. So, yeah, in other words, they're not really good for you.
Yeah.
Lid's laughing at Psycho. Edward says, I say bad things about them all the time. I would not say it. Yeah, I can imagine, yeah. Because the missus might find out and it's like,
yeah.
Yeah. Lynn's going, yeah, same here. Yeah, surprising how many people have got that allergy, I suppose, isn't it?
I don't know where that leaves people who are allergic to dogs. Because a lot of times there's people breed cats to be hypoallergenic, but they do it on the basis that they don't shed.
Yeah.
But that if it is this protein, that makes no difference at all.
Yeah.
And people buy these hypoallergenic cats, but they still have reactions because it's nothing to do with the fur. So some cats just have natural levels of this, low levels of this protein. Some have high. So they're trying to see if they can do something with it anyway.
Yeah.
To make them truly hypoallergenic.
Edward Leonard says he knows who Psycho is. Yeah, we have a feeling we know who it is, but we won't reveal it because the mystique of Psycho the fish. Yeah, it's...
By mystique, he means comedy value.
Yeah. Yes. Psycho the fish, international fish of mystery, even.
Mystery.
Lynn's going, model making guru, hugs, hugs, and hugs.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Hugs back.
No. Yeah,
It's only been, what, 3 hours, but we'll let you off.
yeah, he says 3 hours he's been waiting for his hugs, Lynn.
I'm joking.
You can imagine Lynn staring at her screen going, you lot, leave me be.
You lot are the worst.
One of the most pleasant people you're ever going to meet is our Lynn. Lovely lady.
I thought you were going to say Psycho the fish then.
Oh, that fish, mate, honestly. The stress it's caused Dad has been hilarious, Fox. To see him in the old hangout, sitting there in his chair at the top of his voice going, my fish is a twat.
Is it like watching the old guy when all the kids go and play football on the front street and he has to go and shout at them?
Yeah.
Is it like that?
And he spins around and goes, look at him. He's sitting there staring at me, the twat, he goes. And it's brilliant. Yeah.
He loves you, that's why. He's looking at you because he loves you.
She gave you hugs 3 hours ago, but I skipped over them. No, I didn't. I read out Lynn was dishing out all the hugs.
I think she's turned it quite round quite nicely there on you there, mate.
Yeah, I can remember reading it out, Lynn.
And that's after you said she was lovely. And that's after you said she was lovely as well. She threw you under the bus.
Trying to hang me out to dry. Yeah.
What's it like under that bus?
Absolutely. Throwing me under a bus.
Yep.
I can remember seeing the wall of love, arts and kindness and saying it out loud, Lynn.
Yeah, them were the days.
Dishing out all the love and all the hugs. Yeah.
How quickly that tide turns. Et tu, Brute.
See, this is what happens, Fox. They all turn on me, they do.
Yep. You give them nothing but love and attention. And
I show nothing but love, and the minute an opportunity arises, they turn on me.
Yeah.
All of them turn on me, they do.
What's the line from the film? Infamy, infamy. They've all got it, infamy.
Yeah.
Kenneth Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the one from Carry On Screaming, wasn't it? Frying tonight.
Do you know what Kenneth Williams' last diary entry was?
No.
Because he wrote lots. He was a diarist. He wrote his diary. His last diary entry was, "Oh, what's the bloody point?"
Oh, bless him. Yeah. Very complex person, wasn't he? Away from screen.
Very, very troubled individual.
Yeah. Quite a few of them were, really, because Charles Hawtrey had his demons, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, and a few of them struggled, you know, and it's quite surprising. I don't know whether it was because of the fame or whether they was like it before, but
I don't know.
Surprising.
Apparently, they weren't even that well paid for the Carry On films. They were horribly underpaid.
Yeah.
Apparently lived in a flat above a supermarket or something.
Yeah.
Not anywhere fancy.
Lynn says, I must have been away. I'm sorry. It's all right, Lynn. I can see through the tears.
Fight through the tears, Cole. Fight through.
I can fight it. I can fight through it, Lynn. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Honest. Nah. It's all right. I don't mind. Breathe.
I've just realised I've got 10 of these exhausts to drill out.
I know, and I'm sitting
12,
here watching
actually.
you work, and I'm doing nothing, and it feels really good.
Yeah, but you know what? That's because you've been working all night, and I've only just started.
Yeah, but
You've been working your backside off all night.
I'm happy with what I've done, and it's a
I've
good
got
place
very
for
little
me
done.
to leave that, because I don't know whether I need to add any more weapons to it yet. I'll
Yes.
wait until I get the side ones on
Yes,
and see how they
that's
look.
the
But
answer.
I've just got the feeling that there'll be
More.
more orc bits going on and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the answer. All those answers are the correct ones.
Yeah, I just don't know why I can envisage more turrets for some reason.
This is correct. I remembered now why I hate drilling out the exhausts. It's because I hate drilling out the exhausts.
Do you know, could I get one on in there?
He's muttering. He's muttering. I'm sensing more guns about to be added somewhere.
It's tempting.
The muttering means he's planning things.
I am. It gives the game away, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Always people get nervous when you stop planning things.
I think I'll get the magnets in during the week. Actually, no, I can do that on. I can do that on next week's stream. Actually, I'll put the magnets in so I can magnetize all the sponsons.
I knocked my glue over, but my lid was on. Look at the magnetitularity. I can't even say it now. Magnetatity. Magnipotato.
Magnifications.
Magnipotato.
Yeah. Get all of them on and it'll. Yeah.
I was doing something the other day and I had to say the word potato. I think I was doing a voiceover.
Oh, right.
I had to say the word potato and I kind of, my brain got stuck and I was like, potato.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
I have that problem on a Monday when I'm trying to read names. It's funny, that, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's like a German name. I'm just going to say the word potato. I was like, potato. What?
Oh, look at that, folks. Lynn's dishing out more love hearts, hugs, and all of that. Like, is she still there? She's not disappeared again. Lynn.
No, she's still there.
There, Lynn.
There we go.
Even more hugs given out. See.
She's not stating to whom.
No, she's not
So
stating to whom, but I read them out.
Nah.
But I'm hoping she's there and she's not gone out the room again
She'll
because
have gone out the room again now.
I'll be in the doghouse again, won't I?
She'll have gone out the room. That was me. I did that burp then.
Absolutely.
I made that burp with my
Yeah,
burping.
that wasn't one of Festa's burpage.
It tastes a bit like crappy Domino's pizza, to be perfectly honest. I may have some regrets. Doodle.
Can't be ever too bad, actually.
Free for pad.
Yeah, so a bit of eBay, bit of Olga, bit of eBay, bit of Games Workshop, Alts.
Yep.
And
I mean, it might, like I said before, it's worth looking at what the different figures are.
yeah,
Because you might look at a figure and think, well, I don't want that orc, but I like that arm that he's got on it, or that thing he's in, or whatever. And then you can go on eBay and try and find it.
yeah.
If you don't need to buy the whole thing. But do look at getting some grots of some sort. There's loads of Gretchen. I think there's packs of Gretchens and grots
Yeah.
that are worth picking up. Because they can be all over it, like doing mechanics and stuff.
William's going for a smoke break. Well, we're coming off air at 3:30, William, anyway, mate. So
That'll be imminently.
we'll be rounding up imminently so that we can depart and let you guys and girls get on and all of that. So
Yes.
Lynn says it's 8:30 p.m, 3:30 a.m. I'm still here. Love for Colin, Fox, Dad, Edward, and Psycho,
Yay.
and William, of course. We're going to be coming off imminently, Lynn. Anyway, Edward Leonard has put a $1.99 super chat in because of Jim Beam. He says, "Oh,
Aww.
thank you very much, Edward. Much appreciated, buddy."
Cheers, dude. Why am I saying thank you? It's not my channel. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, we know that. We know that. You're a nice idiot. We wouldn't have you any other way.
Or as, to rework a conversation I once heard, he might be an idiot, but he's our idiot.
Absolutely. Wouldn't have you any other way, mate.
Nah.
It's your eccentricities that make you the person you are.
My eccentric cities.
Absolutely.
My eccentric titty. No, moving on. Let's see how badly this piece fits now that I can't get it on because the seat's up top.
Bless you, Lynn. William Rayburn says he's still watching. Philly said, I got a decent 3 hours of painting whilst listening to the night. Actually productive for once. There you go, see?
Productive? We've got to do something about that.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. Jamie Bone says, I'm still here just watching an heavy haulage firm on TV move FV 432s around the UK.
The 432 was mentioned.
Oh,
What, like them, Jamie? 432.
432 was mentioned.
432. And I've got a Mike Mountain figure that I'm going to be doing. Having a fag.
Having a fag.
Having a fag is.
mhm.
A fag was had. A 432 was
Might
mentioned.
do some netting down the side, Dad, that's smouldering. You know what I mean?
Do you know I just heard that? I just heard that as I might do some knitting down the side.
Knitting.
I just heard that as knitting.
I know I'm a
Might
knit,
do some
mate.
knitting down the side, Dad. You know what I mean? I don't know where that came from.
Lynn says, love for Phil too. Throw anyone else that is in here. Absolutely. IMS says, thanks again, lads, for the advice. See you guys again Sunday if you're live on Mother's Day. Yeah, I'll be live, mate. As far as I know, Dave's coming on because his mum's miles away anyway. And we're still technically in lockdown. So
He'll
as far
get a
as I
phone
know-
call halfway through.
Yeah. Billy says, thanks to Lynn, later on to the Iron Man. Lynn says 432. Yeah, it's a armoured vehicle or personnel carrier, Lynn, that was used. Paul D. Tomazo's off the bed. He says, I'll see you guys later. Yeah, we're finishing now.
Yeah, take care, Paul.
Mate. Psycho Fish says, love you too, Lynn, with smiley faces and love hearts. Scaly says to Iron Man, yeah, get onto him, mate. Absolutely, mate. You'll get there.
Yeah.
Lynn says knitting. Yeah, I've got no idea, Lynn. Gemma says night to Paul. William Rayburn says his brother's just walked in with half a gallon of Jim Beam. I think it's time for a drink. Happy days.
It's time to spend some quality time with, well, Jim Beam and also your brother, I suppose, as well, if you must.
Lynn says night to Iron Man. Take care. That's everyone saying hello. Phillies, hello, goodbye even. Phillies just saying thanks for the stream, gents. I always enjoy these late ones. See everyone soon and have a good one to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I've always wanted to try, and the next time I go out to the States, especially if I go to the southern states, is proper moonshine.
Oh, I've tried it.
Is it a toe curler?
My friend brought back 2 mason jars, actual proper mason jars, full of actual proper moonshine. One of them cracked in transit in his luggage. He opened his luggage, and within milliseconds, the whole house stank like laboratory alcohol.
Yeah,
it's that strong. And what we did was we opened one of the jars, and literally you open the jar and you're absolutely hammered just by getting the vapors. We never had the nerve to take more than the slight. It's like 90% proof or something insane. Like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, strip the paint off a door frame.
Yeah, it is. You've got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you'd probably be better off drink. Yeah,
just drink isopropyl alcohol.
yeah. Not that we're recommending anyone go do
we
that.
don't recommend you do that.
Because,
No.
health and safety and all
But
that.
yeah, but it's like he opened his luggage. It's like, what the hell is that smell? One of them, because one of them are broken open. It's like, oh, of all the things to break in my luggage.
Edward Leonard says to Gemma, hope you're feeling better and take care.
Yeah, big hugs.
William Rayburn says, night everyone, I can get you some. Edward says, proper moonshine is really terrible. Wendy Hickson says, night everyone, take care and look after yourselves.
Good night.
Lynn says, night to William. So I think on that note, then, we might as well round up for the night, hadn't we?
Everybody's off to bed, I think.
Everyone's popping off to bed now, so
I've got
let
no water
everyone
left.
disappear and do their thing.
Yeah.
So I'd just like to say, from my point of view, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and hopefully we've kept you company. Do you want to pop in and say your good nights as well, Mike? Being that you've been in the background there. Mike's in, Dad doing all the background chat and everything. Much appreciated.
Has he got a Big Jet TV T-shirt?
He
Jet
has.
TV.
Aye.
He sent me 2 Fox with all the stickers that time.
How did you get him to send you all that swag? Is it because you're one of the 5 viewers?
Because I tell them that I give the stickers out on my streams.
Yeah. Plus, you're probably one of their 5 subscribers.
Absolutely. And obviously, a big thanks to Fox for joining us again.
No, I'm part of the thing. I just don't need to thank me, dude.
We'll see you all for another one next Friday.
Yep. Take care, everyone. See you all. I'll see you all tomorrow at 3 pims for the things.
Absolutely. Look forward to seeing that and catch you all later on. Bye bye for now.
Take care, all.